Sweet.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next session of the Mariguard Mercenaries. Let's go ahead and get a player recap for an inspiration point from one of our players.
Hello, I volunteer, even though I probably will need some help from y'all.
Sure, help can be provided. Go for it.
So, the session before last, we did our big boss battle at the end of our, near the end of our tenure of this job, where, my gosh, what is this guy's name? This guy, Frog, what is this guy's name? That we...
Typhon?
Typhon, the motherfucker, that, like, seemed to do some sort of ritual to potentially gain immortality, question mark, that was some sort of fiendish thing. We fought him at the end of the session before last, and then we kind of started the session in the aftermath of that battle. And we discovered a hilarious NPC that just seemed like some fucking guy that kind of like watched us kill this thing and was like, yo, is that the danger? And we were like, yes, as far as we know, that was the danger. And so we followed that guy back to town. And I think we looted him. We like looked around and tried to figure out some stuff. We looted
Not the
Typhon.
villager, the bad guy.
What did you say, Shadow? Not the
Oh.
villager. Yes, not the villager. The big bad. And I can't remember what we found some cool stuff. We found a rapier. We found a rapier that I think we gave to
Doll.
we gave to Doll. Yes. And I think wasn't identified because we were kind of in a rush, but Doll like hung on to the rapier.
I attuned to it though, so.
Attuned to it. And then we went back to town. We kind of bumbled around a little bit because it became clear that we didn't know where the like sheriff mayor person like lived. And so we went to the tavern. I feel like Doll and maybe Scythe, like we cut the head off of this thing as off of Typhon as like proof that we killed him. And I feel like Scythe like held the head up to a bunch of children, and that was funny. And like sort of was like showing off, like, hey, look, we did it, we did the thing. And I think somebody was like trying to. There was an NPC that was really into this idea that they had been in a war, but in fact
It was like
had not
some
actually
dwarf.
been in a war. It was like some dwarf.
Veteran.
Yeah, some fucking dwarf, maybe veteran, question mark. I don't know.
Thank you
He was
for
I
the
don't know.
service.
He was very drunk and
Uh,
tall tailing.
Very drunk.
His name was
He was
Stolen
very
Valor.
drunk, playing tall tales. And then we eventually ended up at the mayor's house, the dead mayor, alas, R.I.P., the dead mayor's house. And he had a butler that served us food, and seemed pretty sanguine about the whole thing, really, all things considered. And he also, like, we did some investigating. I can't remember if it was, I can't remember if it was at his house that we found a bunch of papers, a stash of papers. Maybe it was in his office, I think. That, like,
Yeah, it
Doll
was.
and Spring and Sylvie went to investigate at his office and found just, like, tons and tons and tons of records. And I think none of us did super well in our investigation checks. So, like, we didn't really find anything particularly of note. But we were looking for our payment, and only after Sylvie literally did desecrate the body is maybe a little bit strong, but like at least sort of disrobed the poor man, the poor dead mayor, and like shook out his clothes and stuff, like after Doll had like not found anything on him.
Sylvie was
And
doing her
so
best.
Sylvie was doing her best, in the best way that she knows how. And so she did find the promissory note for, I can't remember, 5,000 gold, I think. And so we have that. We have the promissory note. And then we went to this house. We stayed we stayed in the house. I think we still took watches though.
Yeah.
Because we didn't like super trust everything that was happening. At which point, Doll attuned to the rapier, and it was called something really cool, like fire soul
Soulfire.
or Soulfire. So now Doll has a really cool rapier, which is rad. Which hopefully is not cursed. Spring was like not entirely convinced it wasn't cursed. Because artificer. And then we, unfortunately, see, this is the problem where I didn't get to re-listen, so I didn't write down the names, and the names are important. But we took watch, and somebody saw kind of smoke on the horizon, and skywriting that had words in Elvish that we assumed were names, were not necessarily like, they were words that like the people that spoke Elvish didn't necessarily know. And that name we discovered later, when we kind of went back in the direction to go home, or at least back to the Mariguard Academy. One of those names seems like it was the name of an elfin general that was potentially being like summoned or teleported, or like the sky reading was some sort of Juro. That's right, Juro. And I think it was the general's name was Turo or something.
It was also Skyward with Alescator.
Alescator, yeah. And so we basically stumbled across basically a military action from KO. And Gerenturo tried to like recruit us to do some fact-finding for him.
recruiting.
Under the table recruiting, which
it
became
problem.
clear, which was the problem. Like we already have a boss, and if we do under the table recruiting, like we're kind of out of the Mariguard, and that's maybe not great. And Spring was definitely tempted because money, but ultimately we were like, no, let's not do this. But we did sort of agree to like not say anything and to sort of take. I think we decided to take this idea. Like he kind of asked, like, well, if there's anything, we were like, if you want to hire us on the books, like we can hook you up. So we didn't get into initiative with these people, which is probably very good. And we kind of like we all kind of backed away slowly from that encounter. But now we know that there's some weird military actions in KO kind of on the border. So that's interesting for us to know. And that's, I think, where we ended, unless there was something else that I'm forgetting about.
Deep in enemy territory. They were way outside of KO territory.
Yeah, they were not. They were there. Like, we're on the border of Echo. Were we on the border of Aurelia? Are we like in Aurelia?
You're deep in the
We're for sure in Aurelia. Yeah.
We're for sure in Aurelia. We're like not on the border. Okay.
Not at all.
They were.
So,
it looked
like
they were making a teleportation circle on the ground, very far inside of Aurelia territory. Yeah, trying to get their
like they're doing
soldiers in faster. I mean,
they're setting up shit.
That was
for
my
military
recollection, anyway.
Yeah, they're setting up some teleportation so they can like get off into the right territory without a hitch. So I think that's where we ended. I feel like we didn't get all the way back to Mariguard or anything, but we sort of like ended on this like kind of cliffhanger of like, okay, there's some military action happening.
It's like a 2-week journey, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 2-week journey.
Yeah, we had a shitload of time left.
It was like day 1 of a 2-week journey.
That I forgot?
Yeah, you missed the very important part where Sylvie found a wooden sword and named it.
Oh, right, that's right.
Also, Sive and Sylvie had a bit of a cuddle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Sive and Sylvie had a bit of a cuddle. And
very unusual.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Pen, that I forgot about.
I can't believe you forgot the comedy, which is the important part.
Sylvie was jealous of Doll's new rapier, so she found a wooden sword and named it Soulstick. And she's convinced it's magic.
She is convinced it's magical, even though Spring has probably told him 500 times that it is not magical, and Spring is definitely calling it Splinter.
Oh, fuck you.
Listen.
The mockery will not be tolerated, ma'am.
I don't fucking. Spring is a bitch, and I don't make the rules. Okay, I think that was. I think that's pretty much all of it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You earned an inspiration point.
All right, really quick. Discord finally worked for me, so I'm going to sign off here and then sign back in there. But continue.
I'm going to pull up the world map as we resume your journey. One moment, please. It's going to take you all a minute to load up the map because it is a big image. But that's okay. Nope, wrong one. You all have chosen, you've opted to travel along the coast, south of the Big Brother Mountain. Can I get a D100 roll from someone, please?
Not it.
Anybody. 55 and a 93. I'm going to go with the 55 because it was the one that came out first. Yeah. Yes, that is
lightning fingers. Sorry. I should have actually said a word to say that I was doing that as opposed to just hitting the buttons.
Can I get a D8, please?
Who doing it? Who doing it?
Scythe is silently once again. With a 6. The next 6 days of travel pass by without any incident whatsoever. It is smooth travel. The land down by the coast, looking over the Bay of Blades, is humid but cool, which is remarkably comfortable, especially since it's just early September, like right at the beginning of September as you get down here along the coast. As you had no events during your travel, can I get another D100?
Someone roll something more interesting than I did.
I appreciate days of travel where we're not inundated by bandits.
I'll roll. Okay, I'm rolling 100. Oh. I called it.
13.
Okay.
Lucky 13.
Or we're gonna find out if it's lucky.
Hold on a minute.
At least our days of boring travel will give us time that we could potentially RP travel things if we feel like it.
It's true.
During the break.
You absolutely could. That was a 13?
Yes.
Okay. The coastal road seems to go up in between a number of trees, and just as you first get into this copse of trees, I would like someone to please roll me a d6.
Dibs.
Okay.
3.
3.
Oh god, he's laughing.
It's just
always a bad sign.
You'll see in a moment. Suddenly dropping from the tree is a Goliath. Not a drop bear. A Goliath. Now, the funny part, real quick, all of you, are you all on your own horses, or are you in a cart being pulled by horses? We never really established this.
I think we're on our own horses.
Oh, no. Yeah, I feel like I can... I want
my own horse. Mobility.
Okay.
I feel like it would be terrible to make a horse carry Scythe. I think he's really heavy.
You're not that heavy.
Horses can lift a lot.
All right, I'm riding a Clydesdale.
If we had a cart, it was simply for the bounty of Python's mutilated skull. That got lighter and lighter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was only 40 pounds, even at its heaviest. As suddenly a Goliath falls out of a tree, it is wearing these harsh leathers. It is pale. It is a Goliath with no tattoos, which is rare. This Goliath lands on the back of Scythe's horse. Oh. Scythe, a knife is pressed to your neck, and the Goliath says, "All right, all of you, pass over your gold." And then he is waiting to see how you all handle this,
You picked the worst one of us, buddy, to do that. Sorry in advance.
So he's on the horse with me.
Yes, he's landed on the haunch.
Right behind you.
Is he? And he's right behind me.
Okay. I turn to him and I go, first thing we're going to need to know is your name. Because when we tell other people this story, I want to get all the details right.
Enough of your jokes. Just hand me your gold.
Scythe?
Oh, let's enjoy the moment before, people die. That comes up so quickly, We try to enjoy the moment. Take a deep breath.
As all of you are talking, Griffith, please roll me a persuasion check? At disadvantage?
I feel like it's an intimidation.
Intimidation with a straight roll, because he's getting help.
Okay. Now I have to do is remember how to get my character sheet up. I'm sorry. I know how to do this. And okay, so intimidation.
Yeah.
One of those things that wizards are always good at.
You're a sorcerer. Wait, no, you're a sorcerer, aren't you? Oh my god.
Oh. Yeah, sorcerer.
with a 6, your intimidation. He seems entirely. All his attention is focused on keeping the knife pressed to a chink in the armor between your armor plates, Scythe.
Scythe shifts a little on the horse and kind of leans back against the Goliath behind her. You aren't pressing hard enough.
What?
If you want to actually be threatening, and she's going to try to shift and control the grapple and throw him down off the horse.
Okay. Contested athletics. Go ahead and roll me an athletics test.
We're not going to get to know the guy's name either.
Oh man, that's a natural 1. I hate when I do things that sound cool and then...
Do you have a reroll?
Yeah.
No.
Do you want my reroll? Because this is something I want for you.
I'll take it if you give it to me.
I would like this.
He rolled a 16.
Okay. When it's not a natural 1, that's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
There you go.
You control him. You are stronger than him. You get a grapple on him instead. The knife is no longer well, it's still a threat, but you have him controlled.
I'd like to twist around and pull both of us off the horse and put him on the ground.
Yeah, you can do that. It's just your movement.
Okay.
Sylvie pulls out popcorn.
You have popcorn?
He's on the ground?
For my rations.
He's now on the ground, yes.
Cool.
And Scythe is controlling the grapple.
Hold on.
He's on the ground. Can I use mold earth? Oh, you're like also off the horse side.
I got off the horse and put him down on the ground with me.
I need another athletics, Scythe.
Yeah.
Before anything else.
Okay.
That is a 25.
Nice.
I don't think he can roll anything. I think he has a natural 20. He didn't. You have him pinned. He's now restrained. And all of you hear does this oof as he's face down in the dirt underneath Scythe. The horse kind of leans down and sniffs at your hair, Scythe, because now you're right next to it, and it seems unconcerned.
Yeah.
Just like the rest of the party.
Spring, were you wanting to do something before Scythe continues this?
I was trying to help you so you didn't have to burn an inspiration, but then my push to talk was on, so don't worry about it. I was gonna mold earth to try to give you advantage on your grapple, but I think that would not help now since you've got him restrained.
I will also say I think you can tell Scythe's got this.
Yeah. Spring is just watching casually from her horse with her like thunder gauntlets, kind of like ready if necessary, but like also just watching.
Scythe is gonna put her knee into the small of this Goliath's back and kind of lean down on top of him, and she's gonna wrench his knife away from him.
As soon as you pull it out, you hear, all right.
Okay.
And she goes, "You're trying this alone."
Yeah.
Did you see how many of us there are?
No.
Bad luck day.
Wait, how much money does he have?
How much money does he have?
He has a coin
We
purse hanging
robbed
off
the
his belt.
robber.
Yes.
You want? Scythe looks a little. She makes kind of a sardonic face. It's actually you can't really see her mouth because of the faceplate. So I guess you can't really. She just kind of squints.
He looks at you like this.
Yeah, she just kind of squints a little bit.
Irony. Just, take his money and then set him loose.
Seems like a fair trade to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why
it's
don't
not
you
like he
have a choice?
took anything.
Yeah, but he was trying to take from us.
Yeah, but he didn't succeed, so nothing happened.
That's why we take his money.
I don't.
Scythe,
Can you
with
let
her
me
knee in
in,
his back.
Lily?
This guy just dropped. Oh, go ahead.
Why don't you have a choice?
There's like a pause. Nearest town's Gorin. I got kicked out.
Was it for banditry?
It's for drunkenness in public.
Guys, I actually have a solution for this that doesn't involve being an asshole.
You want to get him drunk?
Just
No.
take what you want and let me go, please.
No. Well, will you guys trust me to handle this? Because nothing bad happened and we're fine. And
There's a rock
Scythe
in my chest. Please hurry it up.
got to look really cool when she flipped him off that horse. Like, we got a net gain from this, really.
What's your idea, Sylvie?
Well, and she'll get down off of her horse and walk up to the guy. Scythe, could you let him up?
Scythe lets him up.
Ow.
Yeah, she kind of just dusts him off. Eve, stop it.
Thanks.
So, this is a life lesson. You learned something today, I hope.
Yeah.
Pick your battles better. You wouldn't have been kicked out of your town if you hadn't been stupid drunk. But the important part is, and she puts a hand on his shoulder, you can always change. That's the important part here. You can change, and this is your sign that you should. So, I'm going to tell you about Iridia. She's my goddess. And she pulls
Scythe
out...
lets go at this point and gets back up on her horse.
You do not have a pamphlet, do you?
No, if I had a pamphlet. She pulls out a pearl. Not hers, she has one around her neck, but she pulls out a little pearl and she takes his hand forcefully and puts it in his palm. She says, Iridia can help you change. You can be less of a loser. There's always a chance. What's your name?
Donor.
Not anymore. Pick a new one. You're completely different now.
He looks confused as he's looking down at the pearl. Wait. Yo. He looks closer at the pearl and he says, "Is this a real pearl?"
It is. I didn't think about. You can't sell it. Hold on. Well, okay. I'm actually that tenet
I just
isn't
sort of
super
turns
clear.
her head and looks at Sylvie.
You know what? I mean, I guess you could. The important thing is that you pray to Iridia, all right? Like, she'll help you become less of a piece of shit.
Who?
And be someone. Iridia, the goddess of second chances.
You're doing great, Sylvie.
Yeah, I am giving you a second chance because they wanted to rob you.
We still want to rob. We're not. It's not robbing.
They still want to rob you. They're not going to. She gives them all a hard look. Because this piece of shit's gonna get his act together. He's gonna go on and do something important.
He literally almost tried
the
to
knife
take our
and
money, and now you're giving him a pearl. Seriously, you're
But he
rewarding him.
he didn't take anything. No,
Scythe,
he got his
takes the
ass
knife
kicked.
that
He
she
looked
took
like a
from the
loser.
guy and just sort of tosses it down in front of his feet.
He's he closes
Oh.
his hand around the pearl and looks down at the knife and he says,
Do better.
Do better.
"Oh,
Precisely. Thank you, Scythe.
all right. I need you to roll me a persuasion check, Sylvie."
Do I get any?
Can I give her
advantage?
advantage by saying do better?
I'm motivated by that.
Sure.
Yes.
Wow.
You also gave him a pearl, so you can have
Yeah,
advantage.
fair enough.
Oh, terrible.
That
Really
is-
wish I had an inspiration. I
that's
roll a
pretty bad.
13. I really wish I'd rolled better.
Well, the DC's not super high.
Sorry.
So
Okay.
you are letting him go. He reaches down and he picks up the dirk and he slides it into a holster, and he just says, "Which way to the nearest town?"
Before that, when you do pray, because I know you will,
He
just
blinks.
say to yourself, deep in your heart, Radiant Lady, I'm ready to change. Okay?
Radiant. Say it. What?
Radiant Lady, I'm ready to change. I promise. It will be better.
All right.
Also, it's that way.
Thank you.
Is it actually that way?
I don't know. She points to the. She's not trying to mislead him. You know, she's pointing to the way she thinks town is. If anybody knows better,
Are you
please
pointing to
correct her.
Corey?
Is that the closest town?
Kinda, yeah. That you know
I guess
of.
so. I guess so. They're about to be war torn. Well, off you go.
He just kind of watches as you all get back up on your horses. Roll me an insight check.
I can do that. Oh my god. 11.
Okay. He looks
I'm
sad.
proud of my good deed.
He looks sad.
He looks sad. That's what you get with an 11. He turns and begins to walk in the direction of Corey. That's the random encounter you rolled.
Thank you for letting me handle that, guys.
For a given definition of handle.
You just attempted to recruit
Hey.
a burglar of sorts.
It wasn't a burglar.
highwayman. He's a highwayman. He's technically a
Highwayman,
highwayman.
I would
then.
actually say he wasn't because he didn't succeed.
He was until he didn't.
Like,
Wasn't he
I
a
could
drunk?
just claim to be a
bad.
doctor, but I've never successfully doctored
He
anyone.
could
Actually, I
have
have.
successfully slit several throats before he got to us, and we were too powerful for
He
him.
didn't. Did you see him? He was a piece of shit.
He's pretty big. If it were
But then
just
you
like
gave him a
normal
pearl.
people that weren't married, they weren't mercenary trained like we are.
How much
But now he's
pearls
gonna do
worth?
better.
How do you know that? You don't know that.
I know that.
You gave him a pearl. You rewarded him for trying to fucking rob us. Like, at least we should have taken his gold so he learns his lesson.
No, he wouldn't have
have
learned his
any
lesson.
gold.
Exactly. The whole reason he was robbing people
had a
poorly.
He had a pouch.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like the
His whole
spectator.
life supplies in it. How would you feel if somebody took all your money? Aren't you all about money?
They're not gonna, because I won't let them.
Bullshit. She gets back on her horse. Let's go. Let's just fucking go.
Okay. You resume your journey after your encounter with Dunner, or who once was known as Dunner, supposedly.
Sylvie,
Somebody else now. Yes.
it was a good thing you did. Maybe stupid, but good.
Thank you. Sylvie looks proud. She kind of like glazed over the stupid part.
Sylvie, I gotta ask, how many of those pearls do you have on hand?
Couple for this exact purpose.
Probably not give them out like that before and find another way of recruiting someone to your god.
The pearl is her symbol. Like it wouldn't like. Well, what am I supposed to give her? Give
What?
out.
I thought your armor was a recruitment tool.
Yeah.
That's the billboard. The like, you see the symbol? It's a swan and it has a pearl. Do you want me to give out fucking swans? They're nightmares. And really violent.
like Swan's food. Well, you just gave him
Swans?
money.
Yeah, well, so the symbol is a swan holding a pearl. So I could either give out pearls or swan eggs.
You could do
Why are
swan
you-
feathers or something.
Why are you worshiping a nightmare?
No. It's a
What a good question,
The
doll.
goddess of second chances is not a nightmare, even though they are represented by a swan.
thank you,
Which are
Shadow.
nightmarish.
Thank you, Ire.
I think
Who's Shadow?
geese are the ones who are nightmares.
Swans are too, for sure. The point is, swans change. You know, they're fuzzy and ugly when they're babies, but then they become elegant little monstrosities when they're older. I'm not selling this well.
Well, on we go.
Don't ducklings
Yeah.
also change from, like, you know,
Lots
small
of things do.
ducklings
That's the point.
Everything
why
know
is
is
We'll, we'll, wor-
Why not,
we'll,
like,
we'll
a
work on this.
butterfly?
Yeah.
We'll put a pin on it. You know, it worked out. They're gonna pray. Maybe, possibly.
They're definitely
You
gonna
don't
pray.
know that.
Maybe.
You don't.
You
I'm
gave
gonna
him a
ask-
pearl. The
I'm
problem is
gonna
you gave
ask-
him a pearl. I'm just saying, it's like you give someone gold if they're representing gold. It's
You're
money.
gonna ask
You
who?
gave them money.
Yeah, they're gonna get
Maybe it's
real
not a
drunk
bad thing. You know
off
what? It's
that
not a
pearl.
bad thing. He's
they're
down
just
on
gonna
his
get-
luck. It was a great thing. It was a great thing.
I
They were
feel
down
like
on their luck.
all of you guys are cynics because none of you believe that someone can have the capacity to change.
No, that's not
They
what we
can.
think.
Well, you're all
But-
implying that this guy's just gonna go get drunk and murder people, so that's cool.
I mean,
We didn't imply that.
probably.
Really empathetic.
He doesn't.
We-
He doesn't have any excuse to. Why would he change? Because
Because-
some people were nice to him one time.
This might be a great thing for the RP chat later on.
Yes. The last thing Sylvie will say on the matter is that she'll put a hand on Spring's shoulder and say, "You are a lost soul," and then ride away.
Wow, that was pretty harsh.
She needs the lesson.
Oh,
Give her a
I need the
pearl.
lesson.
Give her a pearl.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, give me. Okay.
And
Yes, you shall
onward
ride
we
directly.
go.
Okay, if I'm a lost soul,
Oh,
give me a
boy.
pearl.
As
Give
all
me
of you
money.
ride off, following Sylvie and Spring, and this
Who are
argument,
bickering.
just following them. I need another D100, please.
I'll roll it.
Echo says, "What have I done?"
Ooh.
I'm just watching the branches as they ride by.
Can I get a D12, please?
12 more Goliaths.
12 more.
I don't have
dollars
that many
just
pearls.
appear. No. Okay.
A
the
rain
next-
of pearls.
No. Over the next 10 days, you make your way around the coast down south of Big Brother Mountain. You cross the bridges just down the Scythering River, and you are making it past Augur City.
Hey!
It is... The journey is going smoothly, and you have less than a week before you arrive at Ferrum.
We're on the other side of the river from Augur City, though, right?
Yeah, you're here now.
Yeah.
Are there bridges or ferries? How does one cross that river?
Bridge.
Bridge.
Bridges. There are also rafts and ferries that take you up and down the river if you would like, but that's typically people just cross using a bridge. Unless you're getting down to the Kylan's Crossing, where a ferry is the transportation of choice. Anyway, as you make your way down past Augur City, and you get into the forests east of Ferrum, I need one more D100.
Anybody?
Somebody call it?
71.
71.
Sorry, I tried to call it and I was muted. Alas.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. I've lost all my music. That makes sense here.
Oh no.
That's okay. Ferrum is fast approaching as you make your way through the forest, and your travel is comfortable, smooth, and without any more threats, which is pretty rare. Most of the time when you make your way through these eastern forests just outside of Ferrum, a lot of Fey influence likes to mess around with you. But this time, your journey is peaceful. The town of Ferrum on the, well, after 3 weeks of travel or up, comes into view, and you see that the town is rife with celebration. A festival appears to be occurring in Ferrum right now, as you're approaching at about 9 in the morning after having started early that morning. Can I get a survival check from someone?
Ooh, me.
Got it. Scythe.
Shit. That's an 8.
Okay, I've also been rolling bad at things I should be good at.
Yeah. So I go.
An 8?
I rolled
You-
shit.
Okay, you're not really sure what day it is as you try and do the math and figure out when you left and what time you got here. You're not sure.
Hey, anyone know what day it is?
Anybody
I
can
do
roll
it?
survival here.
I'm also
Oh.
going to do it.
Have to be survival. Can I do like history or something?
I rolled a 13.
13. You're pretty sure it's October 1st.
Did
Which
we
is-
miss it?
The Day of Masks.
Oh shit, that's cool.
What does that
Today,
mean?
it's a holiday celebrating the Day of Equality, a day in history where all nobles and commoners were seen together as equals, all of them wearing masks, and is known as the Day of Ascension of the god Masquerade. And so it's celebrated with food, games, contests, and all sorts of just frivolity. And as you're riding your way down toward Ferrum's gates, the city is full of nonsense. As cheerful music and lots of people are out on the streets. People that are coming from across the oceans to the trade town of Ferrum for their own imports, and just having to take place in the Day of Masks. Say again?
Scythe says, yes, it's time to find trolley cakes.
It's always time to find trolley cakes.
Trolley cakes are an option, yes. One moment. As you enter Ferrum.
Can I get a mask?
Where did my festival go? I feel like everything is just blowing up for me. Okay. The town is an uproar of people playing and cheering and music being played. And you could just push your way through and go straight to the Mariguard Academy, but there's a lot of people. And as you are riding horses, it's kind of hard to push them through this crowd, even with the guards seeing that you're riding up on horses and trying to clear people out of the way. At one point, one guard says, "Could all of you just get off and walk them? You're going to crush someone."
Scythe will get down off her horse.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah, we all get down.
Okay. It makes it much easier to navigate the cramped streets of Ferrum. And as you do, the smells of sweets, of baked apples, of cinnamon and caramel, and wine, lots and lots of wine, it's almost overpowering, this sweet smell that takes over the normal fishy smell of Ferrum. And as you enter the main street, the Mariguard Academy is to your right. You could head straight there. What do you guys do?
We gotta get this turned in so then we can have fun at the festival.
I'm gonna look for a caramel apple.
Oh my
Scythe!
An investigation is 6.
She just walks away.
You glance
Scythe
around.
is literally walking away. That's a 9.
You find one. A vendor
Right.
dipping caramel apples in sprinkles and all sorts of chocolate sees you approaching. "Can I interest you in a candied apple?" And he holds one out to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the shit out of that.
3 copper.
Scythe looks over her shoulder to see if any of the others have come with her to get caramel apples.
Doll is there, silently behind her.
Okay. Scythe will buy herself and Doll a caramel apple, or each candied apple. You know what I mean.
Oh, thanks.
I love your mask. You should get one as well.
Yeah, I should.
At this point, Sylvie pops up and says, "Wait, where are the masks?"
There are stands all over the place.
Okay, so Scythe, focus, turn in, thing, then festival.
Scythe starts eating her candied apple.
It is delicious.
Great.
But going towards the Mariguard Academy, but eating the apple.
Okay.
That Spring has just continued to go towards
I'm gonna remove the
Jog.
money from my inventory for the apple. Here.
Ire, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
Oh God.
Are you exploding our knoll?
Yeah. Just no. You succeed.
Solid roll.
A throng of children suddenly bustling out of an alley wash over your feet and ankles. They seem excited about the fact that a knoll is in town. They haven't seen
Jesus.
one, and they are just suddenly like pulling at you and your leggings.
They're
like,
petting him.
yeah, they're very surprised at a knoll, and you hear like, "Oh my gosh, where are you from?" And what? I haven't seen you around here before. Just attention. A bunch of kids.
Oh my.
And then
Whoa.
suddenly you hear "You little scoffers, get out of the..." And just an adult comes running out chasing these children, and you succeeded on your dexterity save, so as they flee, you do not lose your balance. That's what happened.
Well, that was exhilarating. Let's get back to the Mariguard right now.
I don't think a mask is gonna help you hide your, well.
No.
Anyways,
It's not. You know what helps hide it? Going quickly. Now,
Right.
Scythe
Yep,
has
yep.
candy apple. Who else
Yep.
has their candy apple? Let's go. Come on. We can come
Candies
back later.
apples are delicious. Because of the sugar that you've consumed for the next hour, you have advantage on initiative rolls.
Ooh, I'm
I
fucking...
hope that does not apply.
can't wait to deck children with my high initiative.
I'm gonna fight these kids.
Okay. As you
I don't
make
think
your
we're
way-
gonna fight Persh either.
One certainly
We'd
hopes
lose.
We would lose probably, yeah.
not. Okay.
He
As
just
you
beat us
arrive
paper.
at the
Thank
Mariguard
you.
Academy, the gates are open. You see that much of the festival, people seem to accept that the Mariguard Academy is not part of the festival. Many of the students and contractors will take part in the festival, but the banners and colorful flags, they stop at the gates of the Mariguard. And once again, for the first time, the inside this courtyard is quiet compared to the rest of the town, as you hear the sounds of training and magic being performed within and out the walls of the Mariguard Academy. As all of you head up toward and enter the double doors of the Mariguard, you find the concierge to the Mariguard, Hal Persh Corundumson, aka Persh, a dwarf, gristly, with dark hair and beads in his beard, look up and say, "Right, welcome back. You all made good time."
Persh, hey, did you miss us?
"Of course."
I knew it. So here's the thing, and she slaps down that
"Great.
promissory note. And only one teeny tiny hiccup in the whole thing. But we still got paid, so it's, yeah, like, teeny tiny.
Persh sighs and he looks down at the promissory note. "You mentioned the client was slain,
Yeah, no idea how that happened.
so there was another hiccup then."
That was the only hiccup, right, guys?
"That's what I'm asking. You said there was one, but you've already mentioned it."
Yeah, well, see, help.
Well, are we going to tell him about the thing with the
Of course.
stuff?
On the way back,
Oh, yeah, well, somebody else do that. I'm failing.
Oh, we met the most interesting guy. I think his name was Geronto.
Jaren Turo.
Jaren Turo.
Turo.
Geronimo.
Yeah. Little Bighorn. Right. He was wandering in areas we didn't expect him to be in.
Wandering is an understatement. He appeared.
Yeah.
Can I get a
And-
straight story here? I'm getting confused.
it was a military unit in the depths of Aurelia. We believe they were setting up some kind of forward outpost for an impending action.
Certainly from KO. They
Oh.
tried to hire us.
They did.
They
Okay.
tried. But I wasn't going to be a scouting operation for an invading army. That's just
No, we
weird.
weren't going to be scabs for the Mariguard. If they're going to go through legit channels, we'll
Right.
do it.
So that's what.
Alright,
We
We told
what's
them to
the
come
name
to
of
you.
this- What's the name of this contact? Again?
Jaren
Jaren
Turo.
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 Alright,
As we all say it at the same time.
I will
Side
reach
just-
out to him.
Frenches her apple.
He was the
He-
commander of
Noisily.
the Second Corps.
He seemed to have been summoned or something, or like there was some writing in the sky the night before.
Yeah, they're coordinating.
Yeah, some sort of coordination efforts through skywriting might be worth looking into.
Yeah, that's how everybody operates, right?
I warn you, the problems of Aurelia are not ours.
I know.
But I will reach out to this Jaren Turo and see if he is indeed interested in hiring our services. We can always use the money. And as this promissory note promises, hence the name, let's see. Each of you have earned your pay. Well done. And he reaches underneath the counter and he begins passing out pouches. Your payment for completing the task of Kore is 400 gold pieces each.
Oh, nice.
I could buy so many pearls with that.
If that's what you choose to spend your gold on, that is up to you, Sylvie.
How else am I going to get converts?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Bribery. Great.
Do you not have a smart-ass thing to say at all times? Can't just let people live their lives?
Apparently, you can't let them live theirs.
You know what? Talking to a rock.
I'm gonna be
I
real.
mean-
Bribing people is a pretty effective way to get them to change.
Thank you. I don't. Again, with I don't like that word specifically. Is not kind of. I'm not partnering with that.
You can get them to change for the short term? Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm really looking forward to this festival, guys.
Right. I'm going to get this
Oh.
promissory note
Oh.
exchanged. The rest of you, the festival is in full swing. So why don't you take the day off?
Wait, what about the head?
Oh yeah.
What about
Oh
that?
yeah. Scythe.
So at this point, Scythe has been carrying this head for 3
It's-
weeks.
3 weeks.
It's pretty moldy. It's disgusting. It smells of rancid meat. It's real gross.
Scythe has a disgusting head.
Persh looks at it and says, "We don't need it."
No, but like there was something really weird about it. According to Spring.
Yeah. It appears that this person, I don't, it might not be relevant now, but, he seemed to be doing some rather complicated transmutation magic, as you can see from these feathers and scales and such.
Persh's eyes
Might
glaze
not-
over.
I could take it to Tabernacle or to Widget, but, you know.
Tabernacle might have interest.
Yeah. I'll show it to him just in case.
Why don't you handle that now, so that the smell will no longer be in here?
All right, let's go to the wizard classroom.
You can go to the festival. I'm happy to handle this.
Like I'm gonna let you take all the glory.
Right later, Persh.
The glory.
Well
Okay.
done, everyone. I'll be here if you need me.
You're always there.
Thanks, Persh.
Yes, I am always here.
You have other
as-
missions coming up.
Not for the rest of the day.
So tomorrow then.
Perhaps. Check with me in
All
the
right.
morning.
Will do.
As you head up to the wizarding classroom.
Thump,
Hold on a
thump.
minute.
thump.
He's just gonna be like, "Why the fuck did you bring me this?"
Spring seems like much more at ease in the like now that they're in the gates.
Well, that's good. Hold on a minute. Let me make sure that you can actually see this scene. Okay. All of
Guess I
you
should
are
look at it
familiar
instead
with the
of
Mariguard,
looking
its
at the-
layout.
Apple GIF.
It is a very shiny apple.
It is.
Has Scythe finished her apple at this point?
Yeah, she finished it while they were talking to Persh.
Okay.
So
One
just like crod.
one advantage of being a forged is you don't have to worry about that weird tooth pulling feeling from coffee.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
It's
wish.
absorbing the sugar into my systems.
Yeah, you feel you're running hot. You feel
Cause I'm a robot.
yes.
Wed.
As you climb the tower, Doll, it's a delicious apple. You don't have any like magical bonuses from eating candy as a person.
Nope.
As you climb the tower, you arrive in Tabernacle's classroom, the wizarding classroom, and as you enter, the first thing all of you see is the enormous library at the top of the tower that is the first stage of Tabernacle's classroom. It is empty, but as you all enter, you hear, "There are many feet who've just entered my lair. Hello." Coming
Tabernacle.
from down below the stage. And as all of you walk through the shelves of books, you see there is an enormous brass dragon seated on a huge stage. The wizarding teacher Tabernacle looks up at you all and he says, "Welcome back, Spring. Sylvie."
Hey, Tabs.
That guy's a dragon.
I didn't
Yeah.
know we had a dragon.
He's a wizard teacher.
Are you guys like newer? Like you weren't students here?
Mm-hmm.
No.
They
I
are.
don't think I ever met him.
He's a dragon.
Are we finished with pointing out the obvious?
Yeah, we got you a present. I think.
I don't know if I would call it a present, but it is an object of curiosity.
Well, it smells rancid and of
Yes,
rotting
we're sorry
meat.
about that.
Bring it down.
Yep. It was the center of a ritual.
Hmm.
I detected. I don't have it all written down, but Spring basically explains all the stuff that she found in her incredible investigation checks. But I believe transmutation magic at the very least, summoning magic. I think there was
draconic
a
influence.
conjuration. Yeah, like a hint of conjuration, and like Spring has totally been trying to figure this out. Like she wants to know like what the fuck, like why, what precisely was he doing and trying to be, and like the connection to immortality, like just out of for a puzzle to solve.
As Tabernacle looks at the head, he raises a golden brow. It's not really a hair brow. He looks at it and he says, "Curious. What do you know of the person who attempted this creation?"
It was a dick.
Great.
If he was telling the truth, he was the only survivor of some sort of orc raid, and seemed not to want to be caught unawares again. It seemed to be an act of desperation, but it's possible that there was more to it than that.
There was blood magic in closets.
Tabernacle looks at this head, and you see a magical hand lifts it up. And as the dragon regards it, I'm going to make a couple rolls for Tabernacle.
Go Tabby.
It's his birthday.
It's his birthday.
Hold on.
Happy birthday. Here's a rotten head.
Yeah,
This is a terrible birthday present.
disgusting.
Listen, it's an object of curiosity, and
If
he
you
likes
boil it, you can have the skull. Ugh.
It's kind of dragony, feathery, and all the fiendish bits faded away on our way back.
something
Made it more
mildly
interesting.
If
It's
we had a
something
cooler,
mildly
this would have been a lot better.
Would it? Well, yeah.
A bag of colding.
Any preservation would have been appreciated.
Well, I
As
mean,
he kind of like drops the wet head on the table, and he says,
Sorry.
working with what we had, man.
I see influence of fiendish interference. Were there devils or demons involved? Do you know?
Demons
Closet.
for sure.
Demons.
Yeah.
There
Closets.
were closets all around.
Wizzy boys.
It appears as though this fellow made a deal, but one that was only intended to deceive him. This is the corrupted skull of an Abishai. An incomplete.
Abishai.
An Abishai is a devil. One that is often the fate of selfish and self-interested wizards when they are cast to the hells. Instead of becoming Lemur, they become Abishai. This one is incorrect. Ruined. Tainted with the blood of a demon. And so, whoever it was this man made a deal with, deceived him for his soul, I would wager.
Gross.
Interesting.
Yes, gross is the right word. And unfortunate for that fellow, as his soul is now likely burning in the sticks.
Womp womp.
Will that be... And he kind of like nudges the head away from him.
Oh. You don't want to keep it?
No, I do not need the evidence of someone's trickery.
I
will take it to dispose of it.
My only
Do you have like a
estimate is
compost bin?
perhaps Triss will find some use for its bone if you want to drop it off at the Ranger's classroom.
Okay.
Do you know where that is?
I don't know if Spring would have gone to the Ranger's classroom as much.
Maybe.
Roll a
She
D100?
looks-
It might have happened once or twice.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'll say 50.
Scythe only went to the druid classroom. So.
Yeah, you
57?
know where the Ranger classroom is.
I got it. Yep. I'll take it to Triss.
If there's anything else,
Thanks, Tabernacle.
You are welcome.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to play it out or anything, but...
Drop it off.
Yeah, Spring will go explain and drop it off.
As you all are turning to leave, Griffix, Tabernacle says, we have not met before.
My name is Griffix. I don't know how to greet or salute a dragon. So,
Tabernacle will suffice.
and, I give, a moderate bow and say, nice to meet you, Tabernacle.
It is a pleasure. You are welcome to use my classroom for your, studies if you need. I do happen to have a sizable reserve of enchanted paper and ink if you find spells you wish to inscribe. I will ask for a bit of gold, but not as much as you might find at, say, an actual arcane shop.
I'm really looking forward to stopping by again. Just, there's a festival going on, so I thought I might check it out.
Oh,
Have you started going to the festival?
I might stop by later. Obviously not in present form.
He's gonna stop by. He has a serious sweet tooth.
I heard that.
I was more like a facade of pretending to whisper.
Yes. All pleasantries aside, you couldn't keep me from it.
Awesome, so hopefully we'll see you there.
Probably. And so, off you go.
Off we
Ranger
go.
classroom. Head drop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Festival.
Okay, so you're back out in the festival.
Mask.
Size is gonna look at Griffix and like she's gonna insight check him to see if he was trying to ask Tabernacle out.
To the festival?
Yeah, but that was an 8, so she has no idea. She's just kind of squinting
She's
at it.
theorizing.
Yeah.
By the way, we don't see you squint. You just see you push your head forward a little bit. you
Yeah.
know?
Or do your eyes dim, like in such a way that you
There's
could,
a
it
slight
looks like
there's a
squint?
slight narrowing of the eyes, so I
Oh,
think
okay.
that so you could probably see that if you were paying attention, because the helm has the eyes in it, so like the glowing eyes sort of narrow a little bit. It's
Okay.
not
okay.
the most expressive face that
Griffiths,
exists.
roll insight.
All right. I know how to do that.
With a 23, you suspect Scythe is praising you.
Yeah, she's eyeballing him.
I don't think he was that impressed with me, Scythe.
That's a-
No,
That was
you
an- that was
seem
an
pretty
in-character
impressed
noise,
by
sorry.
him. Mm.
Just real quick before we end up at the festival,
He is a dragon.
just
Is
real
a
quick,
dragon.
Yes.
Spring would like to run up to the artificer classroom,
Okay.
and
Is this
craft
brief, or
herself
shall I pull up the thing?
super brief.
Okay.
She would like to craft herself a mask, like made by herself, out of like gears and like a leather strap.
Okay. What does the mask look like? Is it trying to look like something, or is it just covering her face?
It's covering her face. I was imagining kind of like a clockwork kind of feel, and like a leather, like kind of like held back by not super like, obviously there's not a lot of time to make it really elaborate, but like she wants it to. She's probably like, I don't know if I'm gonna like anything that's on the table. I'm gonna make myself my own thing. So clockwork, gears, strap at the
Okay.
back.
Sure, you can do that. It takes you all of 5 minutes to slap that together. As all of you kind of briefly split up in the Mariguard to handle your own things and then reconvene. Spring has a gearwork mask on. And as you all consider heading out to the festival, are you splitting up? Are you staying together? Is there any plan here? Are you just going to go see what is there?
That one, I think.
Okay, let's go ahead and get to it then. I pull up the mask.
Definitely want to start by just seeing what's there.
First of all, I need to shop for a mask.
Me too.
And get a good snack.
Uh-huh.
Second, it's like what kind of entertainment's going on here?
You see all sorts of games occurring as you're walking down the streets. There's an arm wrestling contest going on right outside the Mariguard Academy. Out in the main plaza, right in front of the gates, there's a dancing contest occurring. Just everyone is dancing to music, and it looks like people are just laughing and not very good at it, so it's not super impressive. Out in the park, a stump chopping contest is occurring. Along the sides of that, you see just casks of ale, some of them with the Meriguard plastered across the front of them. An ale drinking contest is occurring. You see that it looks like people are playing shinting out in the park beyond the stump contest. You see that there is huge boards with holes in them, and people are chucking what look like ragdoll goblins at them.
Oh yeah, Goblin Hole, a classic.
Yes. There is a painted sign that just says Goblin Toss over it.
I was close.
You were close. Next to that, you see that there is a wide table set up where people are seated across from each other, and you realize you've been hearing this sound every few minutes, and it's a slapping contest. You spot a slapping contest.
I thought you're giving us too many fun things to do. I want to do them all.
Wait, like competitive slapping?
Slapping
people
each other?
are just slapping each other in the face.
Oh my god, I need to do that. Hey, Spring, sign up with me for the slapping contest.
You hear that there are numerous people using thaumaturgy to make their voices louder, and unless you're closer to them, it's all just a garble as people are like announcing who's winning at whatever contest. But one thing you do hear is an announcement. I've lost my stupid cup. Okay.
Oh no, do you need a cup?
It's okay. I'll find it later. One announcement that shouts, "Remember everyone, at sundown, the wild boar race across the farms. Don't forget!" And then it's a big old festival. Everyone's doing silly things. And as you're looking for masks, there are vendors and stands of people that have made their own masks, and you see that there are fabric ones, felt ones, metal ones. There are masks that are made to look up like animal faces. There are masks that look like the typical masquerade mask, where the mouth is open, but the eyes are covered. And then there's full face ones that seem to be almost more religious. They are more evident of the masquerade face, which is black on one side, white on the other, and the eyes are visible, but netted over so as to hide that they're actually there. You can look basically like for any mask that you want, you could find it. And typically a mask is about a silver.
Wolf face.
Okay.
Yes. After I have one that's a wolf, I also use minor illusion to make it look like there's a bunny that I'm constantly looking for but not finding as it moves someplace else.
You just minor illusioning a bunny every around the corner or in front of you.
Yes, and I jump, and maybe I jump for it, or it's sort of like hiding right behind me.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely, you can do that. And I think a couple people see what you're doing, and you get a teenager just laughing and tries to chase the bunny briefly, and then realizes it's an illusion, and you see this kid just go, "Oh, never mind," and just kind of walks off toward one of the games, embarrassed that he fell for a cantrip.
Buddy.
No, you were fooled.
Scythe is also gonna get a wolf mask, but she doesn't do anything cool with it. She just puts it on.
Just puts it on. Okay.
I get a swan mask. I'm trying to prove a point.
All the masks that you find, they can be any variety of really, really well made to it's likely children stitched this together. You can pick just how roughshod or professionally tailored. And outside the shop seems right. There are many masks that look almost realistic in their make. At least the ones that look like animalistic ones. It's very fancy. Those are more
I'd
expensive.
absolutely get a mask that looks like a 3-year-old made it.
Okay.
Aww.
There's like felt teeth sticking off the side. One of the
That's
eyes is a
adorable.
little too big.
Yes, exactly.
You cannot, like...
Big robot, goofy wolf mask.
Perfect.
I feel like I have to preface, I didn't get a mask that looks like a swan's head. Like, it's
Oh.
not like
It's
the
like a whole
realistic animal.
swan.
It's like, it's just the eyes with the white feathers. Like,
Okay.
it's not like honk.
I really thought it was just like an enormous beak. Like a
No,
swan
that would
head.
be silly.
Outrageous at this festival
Yeah.
where everyone is serious. Okay.
My name is Sylvie, not silly. Moving on.
Okay. Ira, what sort of mask are you getting as...
I'm gonna get one of the ones that look like kids made it, but trying to find one that looks like it's gonna primarily cover around the left side of my face as much as possible.
All right, perfect. Are there any particular colors you're looking for?
No, frankly, having it be tacky, I stand out no matter what at this point, so standing out at this point isn't gonna do anything different for me.
Sure. I gotta ask, Doll, what kind of mask would Doll go for?
Doll gets one of the religious ones that's half black and half white, kind of just blending in with the event.
Sure. They're comfortable. They're big. They cover your whole face.
Hell yeah.
Spring has the gearwork mask, and I think that's everybody. Everyone has their own
Puts his
masks.
hood up too.
You're just creepy now.
I'm sure there's
All right.
tons of people with their hoods up.
There are, yes.
Doll completely melts, and we have no idea where he is because he's that good at blending for the crowd.
Sure, in. He could be anywhere at this festival. He's likely near you, but he could be anywhere.
At any time, a doll is near.
What if it's red?
Bear that in mind.
Oh, what a terrifying idea.
Okay, so of the things that I've mentioned, or if there is something...
Literally all of them.
Okay, great.
All of arm wrestling
Sylvie,
first. Because we're
for
closest
sure,
to
elbows Scythe and says, "Hey, arm wrestle."
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, anybody else can join, but she figured that Scythe would be down for it.
The arm wrestling contest to compete costs 10 silver pieces.
Okay.
I give it.
So do I. Scythe does look over at the Shinting too, but
Okay, that's not a contest. That's just people playing.
people playing. Yeah. You might do
Spring.
that after this, but
Spring will
you know.
be upset about the buy-in, but we'll totally arm wrestle also.
Okay. Anybody else interested in arm wrestling, or are you just spectating?
Do I notice that she's upset about the buy-in?
Yeah, she's looking at her gold that she just got and is like, oh, fine.
Scythe pays for Spring's buy-in.
Oh, thanks, Spring.
She doesn't say a damn thing. She just plonks down the money in front of Spring.
The
corner of Spring's mouth lifts.
the tender, the man who's running the arm wrestling table, you see it's this tall half-orc with shaved sides of his head, says, "Welcome to the arm wrestling competition here in the Festival of Masks. Are all of you playing?" And then you see there are a couple other look like townsfolk, look like farmers that are also signing up. So there are 6 competitors right now for the arm wrestling competition. So, first and foremost, I need... we're going to start with Sylvie. Please roll me a d6.
Okay. 2.
Okay. Spring, roll me a d6.
Okay.
Okay, and Scythe, roll me a d6. Four. Okay, each of you are against a random farmer townsfolk.
Hey.
Please roll
Kill
me
him.
athletics. All of you.
Really? Oh, I'm embarrassed.
Oh, Sylvie.
Sylvie fucked up.
You
Oh,
press
no.
your elbow down on the table, and
Splinter.
there's like a knot on the table that punches into your funny bone as soon as the wrestling starts, and you just
Oh, no.
immediately your arm just goes limp, and the farmer just, oh,
Oh,
I did it. Oh,
sure did, buddy. Good Good
Good
fight.
round. And he just kind of pats you on the shoulder. Scythe. The farmer sets up against you, and you just like slam his hand into the table. And he was like, I wasn't ready. Oh. And he just stands up and goes to the other side of the table. Spring. You have to roll me another athletics. It's a tie. You're locked up on the table, arms tight. And... Okay, hold on.
I have good athletics, but I'm rolling like shit.
Me too.
He rolled a natural 1. So,
okay.
Just, it's like, suddenly, as you feel it, you feel like just a twinge, and the guy goes, ow! And then, poof, you slam his hand down.
Hey, that happened to me.
Oh, table's awful.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Okay, so.
Yeah, it's the table.
Our victors will be going against each other now. Scythe, roll me a d4. Spring, roll me a d4. Okay. You are each against a random farmer or townsfolk. Please roll me athletics.
Damn.
Jeez. Okay. Hold on. Spring, you tied again. Please roll me another athletics.
LOL. LOL. Okay, roll well this time. Come on.
You have to beat a. You did. You have to beat a 12. Okay, so Spring and Scythe. Well, Scythe, your robotic arm slams the guy on the table again.
Just gonna break someone's arm.
Again, Spring, it's a tight lockup between you and your opponent. And again, it's like a long, slow fight. Only this time, instead of him hurting himself and losing, it's actually an intense battle where you're going back and forth and back and forth. Finally, after a solid minute, you lever his hand down onto the table, and the knuckles press down on the wood. And he's just, oh shit! And he just stands up and he's like shaking his arm off, and he says, "You're stronger than you look. Don't say a thing." And he walks away.
I'm an armorer.
That makes me feel better. As he's leaving. Okay, our last two, Spring and Scythe. The end of the competition. You're up. I need a contested athletics.
Damn.
I'm rolling so poorly.
Damn. No.
Okay, Scythe, 3 for 3. You just slam Spring's hand down into the table, and you hear, "We have a winner! Again, we have a new champion of the arm wrestling!" And a badge is onto your chest, Scythe, before you're ready for it. It sticks to it like glue, and you see there is just a symbol of 2 arms crossed.
That's so cute.
You've won the arm wrestling competition, and as you win, a little pouch is dropped in front of you with all the winnings. You've earned 6 gold.
Hey.
I pull Scythe into a hug.
Oh.
I scoop Spring up. And squish, and then put her down.
Squish.
It was, everyone is watching, and there's like some more salty applauding than others.
One of them is Sylvie.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Fucking table.
And as you finish, the guy who's tending to it says, "If you're interested at sundown after the bull race, we will be having a finals competition for all the winners to come and arm wrestle one more time.
Hey.
I'd have to do that.
Then we'll see you there. Listen for the bell."
Forward to it.
He says, "Now get off my table. I've got more customers. Off you go."
Off we go.
All right.
Yep. Away we go.
Shit, what's next?
That is the arm wrestling competition. You have won that one, Scythe.
We should go find some real food. You guys worked up a sweat, especially Sylvie.
Real
Fuck,
food like
man.
Charlie cakes.
That's
Real
right, I'm
food.
naturally damp. Not sweating.
You see, like, the person that Sylvie wrestled is like, "What the?
Completely natural.
Why is it wet?"
Racist.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a little salt water. Let it go. Stop sniffing it.
That was the second chance.
Does it smell like anything?
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, you can go and find food, or you could look for more games. Griffix, your eyes catch a magic contest.
I gotta see this.
You see across the street, over by the East Park, you see contestants are on a small stage, and they're performing magical tricks. It looks like they're not using any damaging spells, but you see things like prestidigitation, thaumaturgy, minor illusion, druid craft, flowers and sparks, and brilliant little images of swirling colors. And you see people, like a lot of people are swirling up to watch it. It looks like a competition, but it's judged entirely by the audience's applause.
Okay.
If you are interested. You don't have to.
Well, I think I'm going to make something of a performance check of like I'm following chasing my bunny on stage.
Oh. In the middle of the competition, you chase the illusion of the bunny on stage.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
For how convincing your bunny is. 16.
Not bad.
Okay. Roll me a performance check at
The
advantage.
CGI bunny hops on.
It is at advantage due to the Arcana check.
Okay.
Just roll it again.
I mean, I've rolled twice already, but you said the Arcana was at advantage?
No.
Yes.
The Arcana was a straight roll. You rolled a 16. Now you're rolling performance at advantage. You got advantage because of passing the Arcana check.
Gotcha.
That's
24.
way better.
Yay.
In the middle of someone, they're doing like a ring of fire illusion in front of themselves that they're passing their arm through. Your bunny just like hops up onto the stage, and you stumble after it, and the entire audience just immediately busts out laughing. The sudden break in this intense performance, you just appear with this rabbit that starts darting around the fire ring, and everyone is just boisterously laughing and impressed.
Yeah, and the idea is not trying to make the bunny look real, as like, 1 minute it's over there and it disappears, and then it's over someplace else.
Okay.
And it's kind of like I'd like to spot if there's somebody in the crowd that also has a bunny mask on.
Roll me investigation as you search for a bunny mask. You see one. You see there is what looks like, from stature, perhaps a young woman or a halfling wearing a bunny mask.
So with it just in the corner of my eye, like I'm barely paying, not looking in that direction, I drop the illusion and I start using Mage Hand to lift the mask up as I go, where did the bunny go now?
As everyone is laughing, and then this woman feels her mask start to lift off her face, she just, "What? No!" and like grabs it and pulls it back down onto her head.
And then I'm like, there! Over there! And so I jump off the stage in her direction.
Oh, God.
She runs away. She flees.
Never mind.
Not like she's not
supposed to
serious.
yes
She
and.
does, like, run away.
Come on, random audience member.
Yeah.
I'm going to be an unwilling participant from the audience.
You found one. As she runs into the crowd.
Why are you running?
Okay.
You hear the announcer say, "Well, after that guest visitation, our next contestant..." And then he just continues on with the contest. But everyone keeps on laughing and saying, "But what about the Wolfman?" And everyone's like calling out for you to go back up on stage.
Can I use thaumaturgy to help
Yeah.
with the crowd? I want to... Sylvie is laughing, but she would also like to make thaumaturgy make the sound of laughter more prominent. So
You
it
can
sounds
just
like
do
he
it,
has an even broader reception.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana.
Oh.
Yeah.
-1 to my Arcana, so I'm stupid.
7. You do raise the volume of the laughter. That is what thaumaturgy does.
Woo.
Can Spring join this contest legitimately?
It's
She is pretty
you can.
iconic.
It is 10 silver to take part in the Magic Troops contest.
Yeah, okay, she'll do that.
Bring grumbles again.
Yeah, spring is like, but also spring. It's magic, and she loves magic.
What are you trying to say, Griffix?
I didn't realize there was an entrance fee, and I take out 1 gold is 10 silver.
Yes.
Right.
So like the tender to the magic tricks contest is very much like a classically dressed magician in like a black tuxedo with a tall stovepipe hat, and he says, "Yes, it's 10 gold to take part. Can I interest you in doing it, on purpose?"
I believe you meant 10 silver, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I take out my gold piece and I blow at it, and with Mage Hand send it at him, waving.
So it very slowly drifts toward him, and he says, "Yes, we get it." And takes it and puts it in the thing. Anybody else?
Me too.
Huh?
Yeah, me too.
Very well. 10 silver pieces, 1 gold, 2 electrum. Please don't pay in copper. Thank you.
I give him a gold also.
Okay. Anybody else interested? Anyone in your party?
Nope.
Okay. So, hold on a minute. I gotta roll. So with the 2 of you participating, there are 4 total participants at this round of the magic trick contest. So the way this works is each of you go up, you make a performance. Now, Griffix, you kind of already made a performance, and I have your roll of a 24 for your performance. So we're gonna stick with that for the first one.
Okay.
What's Spring? What sort of magic trick would Spring pitch to the audience?
Spring is not great at performance, but she's an artificer and she loves magic. So she doesn't have a lot of cantrips, but she has her multi-tool has mold earth today. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna lift a patch of earth from the ground. And she's got that armor that has her family's like crest on it, which is the mage hand with the mage hand reaching for the other hand, and the mage hand has like a lit, like sacred flame kind of deal. And she is going to use mold earth to make kind of like show the image on her chest and make that image ahead of her, like make that image kind of in the earth, and pull it up and make that image.
Like a sandcastle of dirt?
Like a sandcastle a bit in the air, yeah.
All right. Roll me Arcana. 19. Okay, so it's a very, very competent, perfect image of what you want it to be. Now roll me performance to see how well the audience takes it.
This is where she will falter. Oh, but that was an okay roll. 17. I got plus nothing. 17.
Okay. You get a lot of like, ooh, like everyone is very impressed at this piece of art that you've made in a split second, and there's applause. It's not like boisterous laughter, but people seem impressed with it. So those are the numbers, a 19 and a 17. Okay. Griffix, you're sitting on a 24 and a 16, and now we have the NPCs giving their shot. Let's see how they do. Wow. All right. The first NPC, who's clearly, he's a human, blonde hair, maybe 20 years old, just barely, steps up on the stage, and he begins doing all these boisterous, rambunctious hand gestures as he does prestidigitation. All of you immediately recognize the spell as sparks begin to fly out of his hands, and his cloak catches fire, and he just and he then runs off the stage.
Aww. Poor guy.
Roll the 1. Okay, next NPC. You see a halfling with dark hair and a hood that's just tucked back behind the hair. She has an enormous spell book that she tucks into a holster as she steps up. And as she does, she raises her hands and she says, "I'd like all of you to see my home, or at least my view of it." And she claps her hands together and a minor illusion washes out. It's only a 5-foot cube. Let me roll. Okay. This minor illusion is beautiful. It shows the signs of a sunset of washing sunny orange colors across what looks like a pasture. And even though it's just a 5-foot illusion, it is a beautiful image. She rolled a 23 on her Arcana. And her performance... People don't really know what to make of it.
I start applauding very loudly, and I also use my minor illusion to make the sound of other people applauding along with me.
There's a moment where this halfling woman looks a little downhearted as everyone just kind of goes, "That's pretty." But when you ramp it up, you see she smiles. And it looks like hurt feelings are dodged, basically. And this halfling just kind of... I'm going to roll to see if she notices that you did that. She notices that you did that. I roll a natural 20. As she finishes her display, and the audience seem to be, okay, all right, like they're picking up with your own magical enhancement of it. As she steps back off the stage, the announcer says, "All right, so, first and foremost," and he turns to you, Griffix, and he says, "Your name?"
Griffix.
"What did everyone think of the Bunnyman Griffix?" And there is an uproarious applause. Everyone is still, like, you can see some of them are smiling and laughing still as they remember your antics. And you see he's, like, the announcer's, like, holding up a finger as if, like, testing the wind. And then he, like, makes a note, and he says, "All right, and you, your name?" And he looks at you, Spring.
Spring. Klein.
"And everyone, our divine statue artist, Spring." And there is another smattering of applause. It's not quite as loud as Griffix's, but they seem impressed. And our poor fire lad, Marcus. And there's just, you just hear, you know, like everyone's like, feel bad that it went so bad.
Yeah, give him the kind of pity hand.
Yeah. And then, finally, our last contestant, our magician, Callie, and everyone's just, you know, cheering fairly happily.
Callie.
And then
I cheer, and this turn when I use
Callie.
I also use what is it? Prestidigitation? No, sorry, minor illusion. I use subtle spell to try and, you know, mask what I'm doing.
So go ahead and roll me an Arcana check to see if you make it sound better than the applause you got.
I would like to also help with the Callie applause because Sylvie thinks she's cute.
Okay.
She's whooping in the back.
Well, he rolled a natural 19, so I don't think you can get much better, short of it being a natural 20. But you can roll with advantage because Sylvie's really trying to push it.
I'm not using a spell. She's just shouting really loudly.
Right.
But it's
a picture.
I don't know.
With a 25 Arcana, and you already enhanced the... Okay. He doesn't... He rolled a natural 1 to perceive it. Sure. Well, I didn't expect this, but our victor for this round of the magic tricks is Callie Toothspring! And the halfling just like, oh, really? Me?
Yay, Callie.
She kind of walks up.
Yay,
and
Callie.
he slaps the badge of what looks like, you see there is like sparks on the badge with a magic wand. "Well done and congratulations! Everyone truly appreciated your home." And she just is like, "Thank you, everyone." And she is very flustered and blushing and seems surprised.
I congratulate her and, you know, and then disappear into the crowd.
"Oh, thank you. You're so funny." Off he goes.
Good job.
Thank you. Yours was... How did you do that?
Oh, thanks. It's just, I'm not really a wizard.
You did magic, that's for fucking sure. How did you do it?
I show her my little multi-tool, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you just kind of push this, and it's like a really intellectual."
Yeah, she's very enthusiastic about it. She's like, "Can I see it?"
Yeah.
She takes it and she's like twisting it up in a ray, like trying to understand how it works. Oh, oh my goodness. This is...
I'm casting guidance on her with my with my actually, like, "Oh, it goes like this actually, and if you twist this thing and you do this."
Okay. There is a very heartwarming interaction between...
As the Spring talks to Callie, Sylvie kind of slides up and she's like, "Hey."
Hey, you were my loudest supporter by far.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was very beautiful, almost as beautiful as its caster.
So,
you doing anything later?
Get
I'll
drunk.
let you be.
Wait, don't forget your... And she like...
No, she'll... Yeah. You go ahead and... This is my teammate. She's,
Hey.
You're contractors as well.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a pleasure. And she holds out a hand. I'm just a student, but really, it's nice to meet you.
Oh, you'll be a contractor in no time.
We'll see about that. I have quite a few months left on my...
You'll be fine. And you know, I've
Well, you won the contest.
later.
You won the contest.
Well, I
Perfect.
didn't know.
Contractor too. You beat both of us.
All right, then. Maybe it will be sooner than I thought.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find a trolley cake. But
You want to
hopefully
find if you want to find out more about a multi-tool, just go talk to Widget. She'll talk to you about it.
All right. Maybe I will.
Go hang out with the artificers. They're cool.
As you have this interaction with Callie, and she does pick up on Sylvie being like kind of cool. What's everybody else doing?
We should go get a drink.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
thinking.
what we should do.
Okay, so there are a few options. You can go to one of the vendors. You can go to the ale drinking competition, or you can actually go to the Mariguard and drink like at a bar.
100% the Merryguard.
That's homemade.
Really? A bar?
There's like beer everywhere. Like
Yeah, let's just drink and wander around the
I'm gonna
festival.
no. I wanna. Can I hit up the ale drinking competition?
I want to go to the
Yes.
ale drinking
Well,
competition too.
Callie was talking about drinking, so Sylvie's gonna try to get her to go to the ale drinking contest.
If you can invite Callie to come with you guys.
Yes,
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
I do
If that's
that.
what you want to do, you can invite the NPC.
Sylvie is all over that apparently. So
Apparently. Griffix, your party is heading towards the ale drinking competition.
Yeah.
Okay, so
After you
everyone's...
mysteriously disappeared in the crowd.
Yeah, he just reappears to greet
Wait,
Callie
did you
after
say
that.
ale?
Yeah. Like magic.
nice.
Okay, so as you all head on over to the ale drinking competition. No, that's way too creepy. Okay.
Not a creepy ale drinking
no, it is not.
competition.
It is a genuine one. There we go.
Oh my god. Sorry, that wasn't to you guys.
Do a quick insight check.
What are you inciting?
Is she feeling it?
Callie
there.
too?
Yeah.
What does
Am I
this
wasting my
mean?
time here? Am I? Is she interested?
Does Sylvie have a
she-
shot?
lesbian.
Does Sylvie have a shot?
Oh, I don't know. You just met her.
Insight
You could
check.
roll
Do I
insight
think-
check.
Do I think Sylvie has a shot?
With Callie or with you?
Yeah, with Callie.
I rolled
roll
10.
an insight check.
Oh.
With a 10, Callie seems... Okay, with a 28...
Holy shit!
Jesus Christ. With a 28, Callie seems
And I'm really good
excited.
at insight.
Callie seems excited to be spending time with real contractors. She's excited. You get the feeling she's aware that maybe some magical tricks are going on, but she just seems grateful and like she's having a lot of fun right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really... The thought of boning Sylvie doesn't look like it's crossed her face.
Spring
That
is,
doesn't mean no, it also doesn't mean yes.
Spring is just kind of casually talking to her about, like, maybe not their last job necessarily, but, like, you know, various contracting stuff. Try to basically, like, engaging with her as if she is an equal already.
The longer Spring talks to her, the more grumpy Sylvie looks.
Doll's gonna sidle up to Sylvie and be like, "Hey, you should shoot your shot, but maybe wait a while."
Wait, I mean, Spring is already moving in. I don't know what to do with that.
No. That's not what's
Did I ever
happening.
hear this at all?
Oh, I'm being quiet. I don't know about this thing.
There is sidling going on here.
Okay, so Doll, if you're being quiet about this, what's your
Mhm.
passive stealth? Like, what's your stealth plus 10?
Stealth plus 10 would be 21.
Incredible.
Spring, what's your
Rogues.
perception passive?
Oh god, not 21.
Yeah,
Like, my
uh,
investigation is 18, but my perception is like 11.
Yeah,
I
Doll,
know.
Doll knows how to talk
Very
to you.
subtle.
Like, when noise is happening, when Spring is distracted, when it's like the perfect moment to get a message to just you, is when Doll is telling you. Anyway.
She's just excited to be hanging out with, like, the big kids.
Yeah, that does
Griffin.
make me feel good.
Yeah, just,
Anyway.
just be cool, he says, doubtfully,
She
and then
just
walks
looks,
away.
and she also looks doubtful about that.
As you arrive at the ale drinking contest, you see that the bartender of the Mariguard, Boone, this enormous human, maybe 6'9", and is wearing a huge apron and has a bit of a beer belly. He's bald on the head, very much the stereotypical bartender image. Looks at you all and he says, "Hello, are all of you here to take part in the contest? We've just got a new round starting."
Hey.
Ooh.
I've seen you
Okay,
around.
yeah.
I've seen all of you around. Yeah.
Hey, Bill.
Come sit down. And let me roll. Okay, we have. Are all of you taking part in the ale drinking contest?
Why not?
No.
Not the
What am I
road.
rolling? Sorry.
No? Really?
Who isn't taking part?
Doll, so far. Griffix, are you taking part?
Bonding
Yes.
opportunity?
Okay. So
I
Doll
mean,
is the only
vomit
one.
isn't. Vomit
I'm
is not a
good.
very good bonding opportunity, really.
It's true. Sure.
Callie sits down at the table
I'll
saying,
just
"I'll
gonna
show you
watch."
why we call them stouts." And she sits down. So
Spring very consciously will make sure that Callie is sitting next to Sylvie.
Bro.
Okay. Is Spring wingmanning? Is that what I'm witnessing here?
Spring Manning.
God.
Okay.
Spring is conscious. Spring is conscious of what is happening because she has been around Sylvie enough to know what is happening.
Okay.
And he didn't help me out with the blacksmith.
The blacksmith was not interested in you, even a
We
little
don't know
bit.
that. I needed more time.
She's
Blacksmith
married.
wasn't
Beyond
interested
We
in
don't know
anyone
that.
except for the anvil.
She's
This
definitely
keeps happening
said
where
she was
Spring
married.
literally just wants to
This
talk
one
to
has
a person
marriage
and Sylvie
implied
is-
exclusivity.
Uh,
Generally, always.
Scythe is going to pay her buy-in for the contest.
Oddly enough, it is 10 silver pieces
10
or
silver
1
pieces.
gold.
Weird.
Okay.
I pay.
Let me see. I rolled. There are 10 total contestants, including your
Including
party,
us?
Callie, and then 4 just like town goers that are excited to play. As you're seated down and you're preparing to drink, Callie looks across the table on the far side and she says, "Hey, Enskin." And you see there's this towering half-orc who has seated at the table and he says, "Oh, hey." The bartender Boone says, "All right, everyone, the way this goes is very simple. I'll be serving each of you the same drinks. Last one standing, or last one who hasn't quit, wins. It's really quite simple. The first round of drinks, a mug of Brightwood Ale. Nothing too hard for anyone. The following round of drinks are a mug of Splinter Tooth Ale, and that will separate the young ones from the adults. But what will really serve the deal will be the mug of Gut Punch Ale that will follow. We still have any folks standing after that? Well, the last round is a mug of Green Death Ale.
Ooh.
And I look forward to seeing who of you are still awake after taking that one. So, you paid up, here come the drinks. And he serves each of you a mug of golden ale. It smells delicious, it's fizzing. You have a question, Sylvie?
Yeah, all the team plus Callie get a +5 for being close to me.
You filthy cheater. Okay.
It's not cheating. I can't
the
turn it
pal-
off.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. The
I choose
paladin,
not to turn it off.
Okay.
The paladin aura does give all of you +5 to your con saves, and I need everyone to make a con save right now. DC is 11 for the first mug. Okay, you guys cutting it close.
I mean, with the +5, it's okay, but man, I'm rolling terribly tonight.
Callie rolled a natural 20.
Oh, I
Okay.
love her.
geez.
She just guzzles down.
Hello!
Ready for the next one.
A pint's as big as she is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay, all of you
Fine,
succeed. Hold on.
Sylvie actually looks at Scythe and says, "Can you get drunk?"
Yes.
Oh. I hope you do.
How can we tap?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking. This is like kind of an experiment for me. Like,
One of the townsfolk immediately just and he's like coughing and he's just stands up and says, I'm done. Down the
Poor
road,
guy.
and he's just steps away from the table. He rolled a natural one. I'm gonna roll a natural one in every single one of these competitions, I guess. Alright, Boone passes out the next set of mugs and he says, Alright everyone, time for some Splinter Tooth.
loose.
And he looks at you, Ira, and he says, made by Knowles? You might know this one. And he
Not all Knowles know each other, guy.
Beer.
Boone looks at you and he says,
How do you know
Silly.
that?
It's a joke.
I
We
rolled
may
a
not
natural
all know
20.
each other, but we definitely all drink the same.
The DC here is, I wrote it down, it's a 14.
Everybody gets +5.
Because
Callie rolled a natural 16.
Spring rolled a natural 16 too.
Okay, all of you are looking real good. This one is a much harsher ale. It goes down and then there's a really lingering taste of hops. And the buzz is coming.
Do we have to chug it, or is it like
You don't have to drink it as fast
bet
as
it.
you can, but you do have to drink it.
you have to drink it
You
pretty
drink
fast?
all of it, yeah.
You cannot dawdle. Like, if
Yeah,
you're just
sure.
like watching everyone else drink, Boone will be like, go on. I'll pay. Okay, let's
Could've
see
got
how the
that trolley
townsfolk
cake.
do.
I want trolley cake.
You can go get one after this.
You
I
leave
promise.
the contest just to go get a trolley cake.
Just like gets
No.
distracted. Okay,
Much
the three others are still here. They
Is Anscombe still in?
Yes, Anscombe
Good
looks
for him.
fine. The big half-orc individual that Callie graded looks like he just drinks it. And that is pretty good. The last mug that's passed out. All right, time for the gut punch. Try and keep it down. We don't want any messes.
Oh, we got this.
As he passes out the mug, it's almost black, this ale. It's very dark. And there's no head on it whatsoever. It's just like black liquid. It almost looks like coffee.
I
But
look
it's
at
Echo?
the ale and I
Yeah.
step another
I have
step.
advantage on
closer,
saves against
you
being
know,
poisoned.
to,
Does this count?
What's it? Forget the Sylvie. Yeah.
What? What about me?
Trying to get more of an effect.
You're like sidling up to Sylvie. Yes, this counts. Same as a dwarf.
I rolled real bad.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Sylvie, no.
I misrolled, so it was a 4 + 8, so a 12.
Yeah, Sylvie, you are
Yeah.
out.
So that's a 25 with her plus. Okay.
The DC for the gut punch ale is 17.
Do we get
Uh,
+5 before Sylvie leaves? Otherwise, I am also out.
I don't know. It goes off when I'm unconscious, so it's kind of up to Echo on when I
So,
pass out.
You didn't natural one, so you don't fall unconscious. But you feel it coming back, and you have to stop in the middle of the drink.
Okay, but I'll just put my head down on the table so they can still get my aura.
Okay. Spring. Okay,
Sylvie's
everyone
like,
else succeeds.
"Ugh."
Let me roll for Callie. Callie starts to drink, and just like you, Sylvie, she stops halfway through, and she's like, okay. Oh, it's in my sinus. Oh, I'm done with that one. And she
I'll
sets
just
it
put-
back down.
Put your head down.
Oh, the beer bubble. That's terrible.
She's like, the table's still spinning, as her head's down.
Oh, she's
Um,
so cute.
Let me roll the others.
That's how not size. Size would never say that.
One of the townsfolk head hits the table.
Oh, was that another natural one?
It was, oddly enough.
Oh, Echo.
Another
nice.
townsfolk fails, but does not black out. Anscombe's fine.
He's like,
this big
Fighter, orc,
half orc just.
Sure.
Oh wait, that one has a bite. So who's still up? Griffin,
Everybody,
Spring,
pretty much,
Everybody
except
except
me,
for
Callie.
and
Griffin, Spring,
Callie,
Ire, Scythe, and Anscombe are still up. Okay.
Big group. Big brute.
Sylvie is
Boone-
so impressed by Anscombe that she extends her blessing to him as well.
Oh, you goof.
All right.
She's like, I'm rooting for this guy. He did this all on his own.
Wow.
You say that in character?
No, she might mumble it, and Callie's just like, what?
Well, guy. All right.
That guy.
Let's see here. All right. So, Boone, seeing how many of you are still up, says, "Oh, all right. Perhaps I should have swung for the stronger stuff for this competition for you contractors. Well, let's see how
And
you handle the
future
Green
contractors.
Death, huh?"
And future contractors. She kind of nods to Callie.
She just thumbs up while her head's down. Right, of course. I didn't mean to specify. Green Death coming up. And he passes out it's a clear mug. And each one, it is bright emerald green.
That's poison for sure.
Some may say so, but it goes down smooth. And as he passes each of you a mug of... Yes.
Spring
first want to make
drinks like 2 sips and is like, nope, nope, I'm out, I'm done.
Graphics, what are you saying?
I'm making a survival check.
It's not poison.
Okay, so it's not going to kill me?
You have seen Green Death Ale on the shelf behind the bar. It's intimidating, but
Okay.
it kind of smells like raspberries.
Well, then I
Raspberry.
drink it.
Damn, Ire.
You succeed.
Oh my god.
There's 3
Ire has
successes.
a 29. Sorry,
Ire's
a 30.
Chug.
Yeah, Ire, it's delicious. This is going down so
Yuck.
smooth.
This is my favorite.
There's like a hint of bitter, but the rest of it's just swallow with this fruity aftertaste. It's tasty. You like it. Scythe,
Everyone's
Griffix.
doing so good.
Yeah,
27, 27, 30. Fuck your drink.
yeah, I guess.
Go get something stronger.
Boone looks at you all down the Green Death and he says, "Well, it's a good thing I brought more bottles now, isn't it?" He refills each of your glasses, and he says, "Second round again. More Green Death."
Is everybody still up?
Oh
Yeah,
god, no,
everyone
Spring.
succeeded.
Yes.
Everyone succeeded.
Spring is out. Spring is
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Oh, a 9.
She rolled
Yeah,
a
Spring.
She rolled
yeah,
a
yeah, Spring gets 2 sips in and is like, nope, I'm done. I'm done.
It's too
Imagine
rich.
going out with dignity.
As you
Not for
as you
me.
say you're done, you hear Callie say, "That's the right spirit. No inadequate." Scythe,
Griffix
a
gets a
21.
25.
Yes. Griffix,
26.
yes.
No,
Ire.
what Griffith
Yeah.
did was
Yes.
pass a wisdom check.
Oh.
She
Oh.
stopped.
Oh, he stopped. You're right.
So, okay, so Griffix,
Oh.
you're bowing out.
Yes.
Okay, as a mug is poured in front of you, you turn it away, and Boone says, "Oh," and he drinks it himself.
Oh,
Okay.
That's a barman.
As all of you are drinking, Anscombe takes his mug and he drinks it and he says, "Oh, it all caught up with me. Yeah, I'm done." And he
you
just
did good.
he like just
Oh,
huge
ooh,
burp.
no, turn away. Turn away.
Nope, it's not coming out. It's not coming out. I promise. And he just
Blech.
he just like leans back, sitting straight, doing that breathing exercise that you see drunk people do. Okay, so who's left? We got Scythe, Ira.
I think that's it.
That's it, Scythe and Ira. Okay.
Scythera.
Scythe.
You-
Face off.
Don't have
It's
to.
the fuzz
do-
versus the metalhead.
You can stop at any time.
As each of you have poured a new mug, Boone says, "But if you stop, the other one gets the badge." So, bottoms up.
I thought he has 1 badge. Knocking 2 badges.
Mud in your eye too.
Not on your watch.
Okay, that's a 24 from Ira. And Scythe,
Oh
that's
my
a
god.
31.
31.
It
Two
keeps going.
19s.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
You guys are gonna like drink enough to kill someone.
You're gonna be so drunk, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
We're so
Orange
lucky this
drug.
isn't on tab right now.
Yeah, right? So much ale for 1 gold.
How,
He-
how do
He
I
pours more.
even drink Isn't liquid bad for you? Like,
You tell me, Mr. Knoll. You seem to be handling it just fine.
it's just fine. I'm just confused on how the robot drinks it.
Systems process
Oh shit.
glucose.
Oh shit.
All right, Scythe, roll it. Roll your con
Side
save.
system is rebooting.
Aha.
Uh-oh, Ira.
Ara, it is halfway through this mug that you feel your body saying, "What are you doing?"
Buddy,
It's
I'm
like,
drinking.
bro.
Please. We've had a
it's-
rough day.
You feel it all just stop, and like just if you don't stop, it's all coming back up.
Ugh.
I put down my mug that's just half filled, and I'll be like, I'm gonna stop. we're good. We're good.
And with that, we have our victor of this ale competition, Our Lady Scythe. Poof, he slams a
He, like-
badge next to the other one.
Oh god.
Victor.
How does robots even get drunk? What is this bullshit?
Body's pretty good. Brain is shit. Body's pretty good.
You watch as when Scythe, when you try to stand up, the ground is not where you thought it was.
Oh, kind of
Are we all drunk now? Just FYI.
freewheeling
Everyone is
arm
drunk.
and then kind of slaps the table
Except-
really hard.
Doll is
not-
Doll is so
Doll is
Except Doll.
fine. Doll is
Doll
watching
is
these
fine.
idiots stumble around like, well, this was predictable.
Let's see. All right.
Obviously,
so...
the dance competition is next.
Oh, great.
Now we're limber.
Sylvie. So. Let me see the sword that you have.
No, you're gonna fuck it up.
No, I'm not. I
Alright.
promise.
So you are all
Okay, let's see the sword.
I'll make it better.
inebriated.
I'll make it better. Let me see it.
Fuck. I hand
Please?
over soul stick.
Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna hold it for a minute, and you'll get back, and it'll be great. I promise. I promise.
Fine.
When did you get a toothpick?
I've had this toothpick.
It's a toothpick?
It's a real big toothpick.
It's. Okay.
Oh.
Don't put
I'm
that
gonna-
in your mouth.
No, it's for
not.
dragons.
I'm not
Give it to
put.
me.
No.
Give it to me.
No. I have it right now.
Doll, you
Yes,
watch
I'm
all of
too-
your friends be idiots, and while that happens, you're all
Doll,
aware you're
good.
inebriated, which means, just real quick, you've gained the inebriated condition,
Woo.
which means that you have disadvantage on all dexterity-based checks and saving throws. You have disadvantage on all attacks and ability checks. I think I already said that. But you think you have advantage.
I love it.
You also do actually have advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
So, question, Echo. What size is the sword? Is it a tiny sword or is it a small sword?
Like,
It's the same as a short
Good,
sword.
good sword.
it's a child's
Okay.
toy.
Yeah.
In which case, I can only use magical tinkering on a tiny object. So
It
I would like
is-
to try to find something that is like a splinter or something, or either that or like a little piece of
You
ribbon.
tie a
that I-
ribbon on it, yeah.
Yeah. And I would, if this is possible, I would like to use magical tinkering to make the sword glow like a pearlescent
Aww.
pearl color.
Yeah,
or-
At the very least, you could make the ribbon do that.
Yeah, at the least, but I would like, if possible, I would like to like have the
it's-
sword.
Maybe it's the fact that you're really drunk. Your magical tinkering seems to seep all the way through the wood, and the sword glows a pearlescent exactly as you intended.
Nacreous.
Here, I made it.
Do we all
Better.
see it glow except for Doll?
It's
I
actually
made it
all
better
because we're drunk.
Now
Everything's
it-
just fuzzy.
Now
Okay,
it looks
so
like a swan pearl for you.
everyone sees this sword is almost like swirling with pearlescent color. Doll, there's a single stripe of like white. down the middle of the sword.
Look, I made
think-
it for you.
Yeah,
Pearlescent.
great job.
It's a toothpick.
Sylvie just kind of sucks, like bites her lip, and she says, "Thanks. It's real neat."
Oh, she's trying not to cry. She's
Shut
a
up,
softie.
Stop.
Oh,
I try to make the bunny show up again as a distraction.
Ooh,
There's no
okay.
How does
tears.
that work?
Grab it.
Is it scary? Is it just melty? Is it
Ugh.
bad CGI? What does it boil down to?
That's up to you. What does Griffix's drunk magic look like?
I cast drunk magic.
Make a roll
This is
for
what
it.
it looks like.
No.
Yikes.
No. It's
sorry.
It
loud.
looks like it looks like Five Nights from Freddy's.
Oh, God.
Oh my
okay.
God.
That's even more
That is
horrific.
terrifying.
Yes, it is small, but yeah. It's like it wasn't. I wasn't trying to make it creepy, but it is looking really
But
creepy.
here we are.
and,
Okay.
Here we are.
I feel like Griffix does a lot of things that aren't intended to be creepy and then end up being the creepiest thing in the goddamn world.
Okay.
I love
so,
it. A+.
Before we move on, last thing. While everybody's distracted by this monstrosity bunny, Sylvie will lay on hands on herself to heal herself of drunkenness.
Yeah, you do so. You are
Without
cleansed of
anybody really
drunkenness.
paying attention.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll me a stealth at
I'm so
disadvantage.
stealthy. It's already a disadvantage.
Great.
Double disadvantage.
I definitely noticed.
Yeah, Doll, you
I
just
rolled
watched.
okay.
All right. 11. Everyone's perception is at disadvantage, so what's your passive perceptions minus 5?
I don't see it. My passive perception is 12.
Yeah.
Mine's
Left.
So
4.
7.
Yeah.
I'm at 6.
Okay. Scythe, what's your passive perception?
Less.
Okay. So the only one who sees you do this is Doll.
So stealthy.
So just.
Okay.
It's not subtle at all. You just kind of go.
It wouldn't have been fair
and then
if you were the only person wrangling these cats.
This really makes
And I
sense.
kinda
how
wanna win
Paul
that
gets
dance
to see
competition.
you
I'm
witness
not a
everything.
cat.
I'm not wrangling, I'm just
not a
watching.
cat. Why are you calling me a cat? I'm not a cat.
I like
Oh,
cats.
good
Chill
dancing.
out.
I'm not a
Big
cat. though.
teeth.
As you all are kind of heading away from the ale contest and heading kind of in the direction of the dancing contest, a woman, black skin with a very tall mask, it's almost like a pointy one, almost like a ritual mask, walks up and says, "Hello, I have seen all of you having quite an effect on the festivities around here, and I was wondering, would you like your fortune read?"
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
He does
Need
too.
to know the future.
I do not. I
Yes.
can't spend the money on all this. I already did.
I'll buy it for you. It's a payment for the sword.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which Sylvie now sees isn't as impressive, but she still
Huh?
likes it.
How much is the fortune telling?
Oh, it's only 2 silver.
Deal. She just
Perfect.
gives a gold. Everybody's getting a fortune.
It comes with a free mask, though you all have them, so...
I'll take it.
We could
Mine
wear
was
more than one
perfect.
mask?
Yes.
Put a mask on your mask.
Oh.
That's deep.
You are all in the perfect mood for this. Please follow me. And she leads you over to like a wall of masks, and you see it's set on this black fabric that looks like it's met up by like a starry night sky. And as she is looking over all of you, she says, "Who would like to go first?"
Bring.
That's the wrong music.
Shove.
Me? What? Oh, whoa. Okay, fuck. Okay. I don't have anything
There it is.
important.
Any of you? Anyone? Any
Hi.
volunteer?
I shove
I'm-
Spring forward.
I've been volunteered.
Perfect. Approach. Which of these masks looks like yours? Like it sings to you. And you see that there are
Right.
tons of masks on the wall. Each of them is a half mask, but you see they have different colors and emblems. It's almost like she's asking you an abstract question, which to your drunken mind might be difficult.
I'm wearing I made mine already.
Yes, but this is for the fortune.
You have to feel it in your heart, Spring,
Yes.
or wherever
Oh.
you might have a heart.
Reach out with your feelings.
Oh, I don't have any of those.
If you don't want to
Fuck.
like isolate one, just roll me a d100.
No, I think are there any that look kind of like intricate in a complicated way?
You see one that stands out to you with that question that looks as though it is shards of mosaic glass that are overlaid on each other. And while at first it just looks like a mess, you see that there is a fractal pattern hidden within the glass and seems like it was very carefully put together.
That's what would stand out to Spring.
So
She would point. She would look and she would point and say, "Fractals."
That one's well made. She plucks it and she pulls it down and hands it to you. And she says, "This is the only time anyone will ask you to unmask, and that is to put on this one."
Okay. She takes off her clockwork. Maybe a gear falls off because you made it really fast. She puts it on.
Eats your face.
And just because she's in a mood, she'll use magical tinkering to, as she adjusts it, to like make it kind of shimmer and shine, and then really bring out the fractal patterns.
Okay. As you wear it, a memory creeps up in your mind. And it's as though bits of memory are connecting together in ways you didn't expect. And there is a sentence that is put together by those thoughts of other people saying the words, but you can piece them together. It's almost as though your mind is doing a cut through of different moments of your life. And the fortune tells you the rope with which you climb may also hang you if you are not careful.
Fortune cookie ass.
I'm gonna kind of lift my eyebrows and look at the person and say, "Am I in danger?"
Not here. Not by me. Are you in danger, perhaps?
Apparently.
I do not understand exactly the divination magic behind the fortunes, but perhaps you are. And if that is the case, then it is best you be careful.
Yes. I'm not great at metaphor. I think it's a metaphor.
What did it tell you?
It told me that I was climbing a rope that could hang me. But maybe it doesn't have to. I guess it depends on... A rope is a tool. I guess it just depends on how I use the rope.
That is wise thoughts, I think. Perhaps it is trying to tell you...
Is, though, so...
Perhaps the tools that you are using could be used to harm you, is what it's trying to say.
Huh.
I knew all those gadgets were evil.
Okay.
They're not. I mean, I'm the one that makes them, so... If I don't intend harm, then they won't be harmful.
But what if someone else got their hands on them? Someone who meant you harm?
Maybe.
It is not my...
I'm not the only artificer in the world. But, okay, that's a useful reminder. Thank you for that wisdom.
And she takes the mask back. Puts it back up on the wall.
It's still glimmering.
Okay.
Magical tinkering doesn't wear off.
She kind of looks at it and says, "That is a problem. Could you..."
Oh, you want me to... Oh, sorry. Yeah, sure.
It's fine. I just need the people not to have like, "Oh, that is the one!" And just, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
This is supposed to be a journey of the mind, not, you know. Anyway, who's
shiny.
next? To Silver, who's next? Anyone?
I already paid for everybody, so just go up and find your bags.
I step up. Ira steps up.
Very well. Which of these sings to you?
Looking around to be the menagerie of math, and I feel drawn slightly to one that feels like it's a mask that's parted in yellow and blue for how the face is divided. And I grab for it.
Okay. As you wear that mask. One moment. Yours draws back not memories. You see colors swirling as you place the mask, as if it's passing over your vision. And then a warning suddenly fills your mind, as if a message. It's very clear, as if you're reading it off of a slip of paper. Trust not the travelers numbering odd. And that's it.
We number odd. Dun dun dun.
Do we? I guess with Callie.
The mask off with a peculiar expression, just like interesting, very colorful. And I attempt to hand the mask back, but in my drunken state, I am literally seeing double or triple this fortune teller right now, and I'm just like really far off to the left at this moment. Like,
as she like reaches her hand for it, you think it's the wrong one, so you're like moving it toward the wrong hand. She's like, "No,
I have bad depth perception as is. I can only see through one.
Give it to him. Stop.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
I stopped moving. Thank you.
I hope it gave you something enlightening." And she puts it on the wall.
I like to think, assuming I remember it the day after.
Who is next?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll go next.
Your turn.
Alright.
As you
You
look
big orange
upon the
balloon.
masks, she says, "Which of these stands out to you?"
Doll picks one that looks kind of scary, almost like an Oni mask. With fangs and the red ones.
Ooh.
Love it.
Hold on a moment.
He's rolling on fortunecookie-generator.com.
I am not.
I'll tell you guys real quick about the scariest fortune cookie I ever got in real life. I
Yeah.
opened it up, and it just said, "You think it is a secret, but it never has been."
Whoa.
Oh,
I would
shit.
feel
That's
personally
terrifying.
attacked by that.
I
cookie.
did.
Ah!
That's when you speak to the manager about this and be like, "What game are you playing at?
I was like,
Who
what the
hired
hell?"
you?"
Who told
Have you
you?
ever
As you-
accidentally eaten the fortune in the fortune cookie?
Yes.
As you wear this mask,
Mm.
you hear a song. You see your companions, you see the fortune teller in front of you, but the words of a song play in your ears. Beneath the nth, buried in soil, the truth of your take can be found outside the coil.
Beneath the ant.
Ant is what Earth is here.
Ant. Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, the people,
Amaranth.
the world
Ant.
of Amaranth is just
Yeah.
called Anth.
Mhm.
It's like Earth. Yeah.
Ant, earth, ant, ant.
I was like, huh.
Treasure quest.
I thought we got to keep these masks.
No, I'm afraid I need them for other people's fortunes. They are empowered with not great magic, but enough to inspire fortunes from the future.
From what?
The future.
What?
Your future.
So the magic reads the future?
Of you. Just you. The one that you choose.
Do I think that, like, she's obviously full of shit?
Yeah, I would love to insight check her.
Roll an insight check.
I shall.
Both of you can.
Oh my god. 10.
19.
Piece of garbage. I rolled a 10.
With a 19 doll. Well, it's clear she is here. A place full of charlatans and entertainers and performers. You don't suspect any deception.
Second, okay, now he's a little freaked out. He's like, okay, gives the mask back.
As she takes it, she says, "Thank you," and puts it on the wall. Who's next?
Me.
Sylvie.
Uh-huh.
Which
So
of these appeals to you? Sings
she'll
to your heart.
walk up to the wall, shut her eyes, and think to herself, "Lady, guide me," and just like kind of wave her hand over the wall until she kind of feels like this feels right, and then reach out.
Roll me a
take
D100.
it. Yeah, it's completely random.
Uh-huh. Yeah, roll me a D100.
5.
5.
It happens to land on a swan.
No.
Ah.
That would be creepy.
As you place this mask on, this one almost looks like it's made of mirrors when you put it on. It dazzles with light in all directions. And when you put it on, you hear a familiar voice. But you're sure that she's never said anything like this to you.
Oh, God.
Believe the unbelievable and see what comes of that belief.
Yatai.
What? Believe the unbelievable. Like they're spouting nonsense like some crazy person?
Are you just asking that out loud?
Yeah, she's saying that out loud.
The fortune teller looks at you and says, I do not know what you are asking of me.
I don't know either. Okay, thanks for your mirror mask. She'll put it back.
Thank you for your time.
Believe the unbelievable.
And who is next?
Last but not least, or if
Well,
you
Scythe
already
hasn't
gone,
gone.
Scythe and
Oh.
Graphics.
There's 2 people left.
I'll go.
All right. Well, young man, why don't you look at the wall and choose which one stands out to you?
Now, how many children's masks are there?
5. They're
Which-
along the bottom, and they are clearly like different creatures. You see a dog, you see a cat, you see what is likely it's kind of like a clown mask, but not actually creepy. Much more subtle than that, with lots of bright colors, those sorts of things.
The cat.
The cat.
My cat would stop scratching the bed. Never.
I don't think that's going to be in the future.
Okay. Roll me a D2.
Flip that coin.
Give me a D4, and we'll divide it by 2. Okay. You put on this mask. You are brought visions of a rainy night. It's cold. You feel wet and uncomfortable. And you hear almost as though it's a guard saying it in a conversation that you've had, but you've never heard anybody say this to you. As the weight of your guilt washes away, you will see it as a feather and watch it sway on the waves.
That'll be the day.
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. The fortune teller. I've never heard anyone say anything like that, but I never know what they will tell you. I hope it was revealing.
Yep. And I go to hand her the mask and drop it before she picks it up, without me even realizing it. Too drunk to know that I didn't hand it to her.
Yeah. Is she like, oh,
Oh.
okay. And she'll bend down and pick it up. Puts it on the wall. And last but not least, are you ready? You don't say much, do you? Okay. Choose the mask on the wall that sings to you.
Is there a mask on the wall that looks like branches or leaves or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So pick a foresty looking mask and switch it for her childlike wolf mask.
Scythe. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
A disadvantage because I'm drunk, right?
You are super fucking drunk.
Oh my god!
9. You are brought into something you do not recognize as you place this mask on your face. You are beneath a sunlit sky. It is the beginnings of a storm as gray begins to cloud around the edges of the sunlight. You're outside, and you feel comfortable with that. You love being out of doors. Around you, the high trees seem to almost frame your vision, and you are looking forward. A rider is heading towards you. You see that the rider is wearing full armor, dark gray, with strange lattice work of red across it. It's as though the armor has veins. Underneath the rider's right arm, you see couched is a lance. And as it rides towards you, you feel confident. You're not worried about him. He's just the last in a pointless effort. And as you raise your hands, vines and barbs surge from the earth and grasp, coiling up around the horse and the rider. And as they grab him, the horse surges forward, doing everything it can to try and close the distance. And right as the last vine coils around the man, he's reaching forward with the lance, pulling it from the couch. And you feel its tip press into the soft bone of your chest. And then you're back, looking at your friends and the fortune teller, who looks confused, and you realize your hands are raised, still in the gesture of a spell cast that you can't remember.
I rips the mask
Good?
off of her face and
Oh.
throws it on the ground.
Shit. That's a no.
And then she
Scythe,
rages.
are you okay?
Yeah,
Scythe?
she rages right now.
Oh no! Shit.
That's not good.
We are gonna have to pay so much collateral damage.
Spring kind of immediately. Not
Is there
that she's moving fast.
Is there
she's
like
fucking
furniture
drunk.
around? Like,
There's a couple wooden chairs that are part of like this stand that the fortune teller uses, and there's a little like table on the other side where you see there's like a couple of bottles. Do you break them?
Just start smashing chairs.
As
I'm gonna
Scythe,
try to intercept with my shield.
the fortune teller raises her hand, Spring, and puts it on your shoulder, and you just hear her say, "Stop. She has seen something she needed to see."
She'll break. Okay.
It is. These are objects. It is fine.
When basically just shatters the chair, and then sort of smashes a piece of the chair into the table, and then she just stands there for a moment. That was no future.
You have lost something in your past. Something that was everything you are.
Yes.
She picks up the mask. She hands it to you. This may help you look into it again. Maybe. I cannot promise. Myriad can be a strange creature. But I thank you for your time.
Scythe looks down into the splintered wreck that she's made of the furniture as the rage falls away. She looks down at the mask in her hands. Doesn't seem to know what to do with it. She doesn't say anything.
Spring will bend down and start casting mending.
Gluing like
The
pieces.
fortune
of
teller
wood.
starts laughing as you do that. She says, "You are all so sweet. Thank you. I think you'll be at that for the next hour, though. There are so many pieces."
You could always just dump money on her, Spring.
You could.
I guess that's a no.
The table and chairs, it was 12 gold. Honestly, don't worry about it. I'll get new ones.
Sorry, guys. I'm getting a lag.
Oh, and she's
She's like trying to take my money.
she
Will
really
you?
didn't like the implication that she had to pay money.
Welcome back,
Oh.
Emily.
That was amazing.
That was a great timing.
Sorry. I'm getting
back.
a lag and I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Oh
Actually,
no!
was
Can
it?
you hear us
Oh,
now?
nice. I missed it. I couldn't.
Okay.
I couldn't hear anything.
As
sorry.
you begin to repair the table, the fortune teller says, "Oh, please, you're so sweet, but that will take hours. There's so many pieces." And Sylvie said, "You could throw
So
money
just
at
pay
her."
her.
I assume
dead.
she's gone.
Did we lose you again?
Sorry. My internet is doing a hiccup thing. Is she trying to get? Is she trying to get Spring to pay for the table?
Sylvie is, yeah.
Oh.
The fortune teller was just like, "Don't worry about it."
Okay. She'll then, in which case she'll start to mend. She'll start to try to mend it, and then she's like, all right, whatever you think.
That is, you are wasting your time. There's so many pieces. It is just a table, and I borrowed it from the bar, so it's
Oh,
fine.
well then I don't feel bad at all. Let's leave.
Yes, he was very nice about it. I'll just say that some children went crazy.
And berserk.
Accurate.
She turns and looks at you, Side, and she says, "Have you found balance, maybe? Little bit?"
I used to know what that meant. I think.
I hope you find it again. I'm sorry I could not help more.
Sorry,
And
I smashed your stuff.
It's fine. I have served my purpose for the day. I wish you all a happy rest of your festival. And she pulls the black silk velvet curtain of masks, and she grabs both corners. She pulls it into a large pouch. She looks at the table that's destroyed, and she says, "Well, tell Boone I apologize." And then she poofs into red mist.
Fuck.
Oh my god, she got
Hey.
eviscerated.
How did she do that?
Hey,
I
sorry.
think
Roll
it's
Arcana.
magic. Yeah, it's just magic. It's fine. It's smoke and mirror. It's magic. It's fine. It's just
How you
magic.
feeling,
It's fine.
Sai? Do you wanna? Are you
I
done?
know how she did that.
You're at disadvantage, my friend,
Oh,
because you're very
Never.
drunk. You can roll it again. You might roll it.
I was believing.
You've heard stories of a spell that that people vanish in a cloud of a color. Generally not red, but that does happen. You think it was called Dimension Door.
I want to do that.
What?
Maybe someday.
I'm hungry. Let's get food.
Okay.
And as the fortune teller is gone, and all of you decide to you kind of gather your awareness once more. It's almost as though your perceptions of the fair return, and it's back to identifying the ridiculousness that's going on around you as people are laughing and jeering, and music is being played, and dances are happening. Scythe, all of this comes back to you almost like a hammer to the head. It's like it was gone, and now it's back.
That was weird.
Yeah. Trolley
Callie
cakes?
says, "Are you all right?"
I'm a
We
little
just
drunk.
had our fortunes told.
Oh.
While drunk.
Oh, was it fun?
Yeah, where did you go?
Oh, I
We
just
don't
went to.
know.
I went to go see if I could find some trolley cakes, and I didn't find the vendor. But I'm extremely inebriated, so that might have been the problem.
Do you want a boost to see in the crowd?
Oh, that would be fantastic if you don't mind.
I do not mind.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Is he? She like all of her weight's on like her left leg, and she's nearly toppling off your head. She says, "Drunk,
No,
drunk,
no,
I'm drunk."
I got it. Hold on, I'm not. All right.
Okay.
She looks at Doll and she says, "Shut up."
You have very soft hair.
Thanks. Thanks.
Oh, they're over there. Nope. Never mind. Those are keeps.
And I hear she's wet all the time too.
Doll.
Oh.
Oh, Doll.
Oh,
I hear that's a natural phenomenon for Triton and Siege in Aussie. You know,
Yeah,
it's the sort of
okay.
thing
I
we just
mean-
have to deal with on the regular.
Yep, that's.
learned a lot about
that's-
him today.
Yep, thanks. I don't know if I'm sad that she didn't get it or not. Let's go. Let's go find the trolley cakes. I start jogging.
And she's bouncing on your
I'm
shoulder.
gonna fiddle. I'm gonna fiddle with my. I'm gonna fiddle with my arcane focus. What is my my tool? My artificer's multi-tool, so I can cast message. And then I'm gonna cast message to Callie. And like be a little bit away from the group. And say, "Hey, this is spraying in your head. Don't panic."
You hear, "I know what message is, you numpty. I'm a wizarding student.
Yeah, but you're drunk, and it can be weird when you're drunk.
I am abhorred that you'd think I would lose any of my intellect just because I've had some alcohol in my system."
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I take it back. You're very smart.
Yes, I am.
Just so you, yeah, you are. Just so you
And
know.
she's like walking out into the air.
Is-
Nobody's.
Is Callie just speaking?
No, I know
You
it's
can't
message.
hear it. No, it's
No,
the
yeah, message.
spell.
It's
Yeah,
between
it's
the
all-
messenger and the
so it's
messagee.
message, it's
Okay.
telepathic. Just so you know, Sylvie really likes you. So you know, do with that what you will.
Oh, I
you
like
bitch.
Sylvie too. She's very nice.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ah.
Oh.
Callie knows exactly what's going on. She's just like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh,
Yeah,
dodging.
Dodging the hints. Yeah.
yeah. She'll
You'd like
spring
to
will
think
look up
that,
and go.
wouldn't you?
"They're just yeah,
Okay,
she-
the aberration
really
wizard's
likes
great
you.
at deflecting, it seems.
She's an evocation wizard, by the way.
Oh, well.
Never mind.
Like
She is that
balloons
oblivious.
floating.
Wisdom dump stat.
Yes.
She really likes you. She really likes you. She really likes you, and you're really smart. So I leave it to you to put that together,
Put what together?
because you're so smart.
For
I
some
am very
reason,
smart.
Sylvie
Why did you
feels like
tell me
crying.
that 3
Doesn't know
times?
why.
Are you a fairy?
So that's racist. I can't hear it, but it's racist.
You know, I would be. I feel like I would be very different if I were a fairy, but I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Well, you're just saying everything thrice. It's a weird fae thing to do.
Hmm.
Callie. I've been
Callie
talking to
throws
you
down
for
a
like
handful of rice.
45
distract.
seconds. You're just staring into space.
What? I'm sorry.
I see the
what you need?
trolley cakes.
Oh, excellent.
I jog.
What? Bouncing on the shoulders. You get in line for the trolley cakes. There are a number of vendors serving trolley cakes, and for those of you who don't know, a trolley cake is an enormous donut. It's about the size of a brick, filled with vanilla cream, and it is carameled and then fried on a grill.
Lord.
It is a sugary.
It is basically
I
death
know.
on a plate.
It is
Without a plate because it's fair food.
sugary disaster. And as you like jog up to it, Callie says, "Oh, let me get one of the chocolate-filled ones. Oh, that's the best looking one there is."
I like crouch down so she can pick the ones that she wants off the table.
Okay. Anybody who wants to can purchase a trolley cake, and they are delicious. They come in boxes of 4 typically, so.
You
I
know,
it's a
I think
weird number.
I think Scythe really wanted a trolley cake before, but now she does not.
Aw.
So she's
Why is my heart broken? Stop
So
it.
she's actually just gonna sort of hover at the back of the group, and then when everyone has finished their pastry purchasing, she's just gonna start walking
Okay.
in no particular direction. Just walk.
Each trolley cake is 5 copper, but a box of 4 is 1.5 silver.
I got paid. I put 5 gold on the table. Get whatever you want.
Oh, that's so many trolley cakes.
Whatever you want. Even if you don't get the total amount, I'm still giving them 5 gold.
The vendor, who is this, like, grayed-haired dwarf, is, like, looking up at you, and he says, well, that's mighty kind of you.
Yep. Courtesy of Iridia. Tell your friends.
Who?
Sighs and shakes her head.
Okay. I'm assuming each of
She's
you...
an up-and-comer.
Each of you gets a trolley cake.
Yeah.
But you notice Scythe doesn't. And she was excited about them.
We did.
Spring will notice that and get an extra one.
Is Spring drunk?
And
How does Spring notice that?
Sprunk.
Oh, that's true. Spring doesn't notice that.
Spring
You
is super
said
drunk,
you
I'm
noticed.
I
Yeah,
noticed
Spring is
that.
super drunk, so never mind.
Those of
You're
you
right,
who have
you're
your normal faculties notice Scythe does not.
I don't have my normal faculties. Good point. Good looking out.
So Doll.
Doll and Sylvie.
Sylvie.
Sylvie
Doll
notices,
and
but she's like, I'm not going to handle this well.
Callie. I was gonna say Doll does get a trolley cake, but not to eat. Like, they're fried, right?
Yeah, super fried.
Okay. Like, can you just give me one in like a wrapper, real quick?
Yeah, you don't want the box?
I just want one.
There's riddles on the box. You sure you don't want it?
I'll take it.
And I don't want
Just
any
empty
fucking
box.
riddles.
All right. And he gives
Well,
you a
the cakes
trolley
are
cake
like fortune
wrapped in
cookies?
like wax paper. No,
Thanks.
they're not. If one more person relates anything to a fortune cookie, they're getting banned out of this fucking Discord call. I swear to God. I worked hard on
Banned.
those fortunes, you fucking queef.
They were
You
good.
did. You clearly did.
They
I'm
were-
very excited.
They were very good.
That was awesome.
I was just making fun of Yam because she accidentally ate a fortune.
Anyway.
Fair.
Yes, you get a trolley
Because
cake
I'm a
wrapped in wax
terrible friend.
paper, and Sylvie, you get an empty box.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm reading the riddles, Callie. Go on.
Okay.
Doll kind of waits and kind of ooches closer to Scythe. Doesn't say anything. He just like walks by her for a minute. Where are you going?
Don't know. Just realized how loud it is here.
Hmm. Yeah, but you ever notice how sometimes if it's so loud, everything kind of runs together? It's almost like nobody's even saying anything.
I guess.
Here, you wanted one of these. And he holds out the cake.
He looks at it and she. I drank a lot of ale. But thanks.
Yeah, can you like get sick? Or
Sort
no
of.
offense.
Not really. Sort of.
Alright.
I basically died once.
That's rough, buddy.
I don't remember.
Is that what the thing, is that what the mask was showing you?
I think so.
That's fucked up. I just heard a song. There was something about that fortune teller, though.
He disappeared weird.
Like a big spell to use just to.
He mentioned
Walk away.
myriad.
Yeah. You know much
I
about that?
No, but I think it meant something.
Oh, I know that's a god.
Yeah.
Well, hey. You may not remember, but you wanted a cake like 10 minutes ago. The person you are now.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're right.
Plus, you've already won like 2 badges. I think they're gonna have to crown you homecoming queen or whatever they do here.
Yeah, all right. It's a good party.
Yeah, I like it.
As you're having this conversation, you suddenly hear, "Everyone who's interested, gather at the gates for the wild boar races!"
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hell
Gotta do
yeah.
this part.
Yeah.
And as
I start shoving the trolley cake in her access port.
it is... It is fucking delicious. And as you all make your way, that is where we're going to stop today's session.
The boar races.
The boar races.
Amazing.
Okay, so...
You have to mark off that rage. I forgot to do that.
Yes, you got grumpy.
I sure got grumpy.
Grumpy.
So, as we come to the end of it, today's session was silly. It was a silly
I
session.
love it. I love
but
it.
there were some serious moments, and I love all your characters, you guys. You guys are great.
It's a good group. It's a good group of shitheads.
It's awesome.
Yes.
So, as we come to the end of it, of course, we're going to go to the players' RP vote. Now, this time, as I like to mix it up every once in a while, we're going to start at the bottom of the alphabet. Shaddam, you're going first. Who did something that you liked?
Gotta vote for Spring.
Aw.
For trying to be the best spring man Spring could possibly be. And having that fall through
Just
really
she's
hard.
got a wisdom of 7, you guys. Like,
Aww,
it
what a
was-
poor sweet baby.
It was great.
I picked the wrong NPC to try to flirt with.
you just have to be. A
Those
little
nerds
more
are
direct.
oblivious.
Direct about it.
Yeah, she's like,
I mean, Spring was trying. Spring was trying to be direct for you, and it didn't work. And she's like, "All right, well."
the only
I
good
do
thing
what
about
you
this
told
is
me
that
now."
Sylvia doesn't know.
Yeah.
Sylvie doesn't know.
Sylvie doesn't
Sylvia
know.
doesn't
Sylvie
know.
doesn't know. Until
Sal.
Sylvie.
Man, this is always so hard. Every single week I say the same damn thing, which is that this is always so hard.
It is
but,
hard.
I really loved the scene that we just had, so I have to give it to Hellfrog for that scene with Doll. So good. As Doll attempts to process this, like, I almost died, or I practically died once. Like, what the fuck? What do I do with that?
That's rough, buddy.
That
All
was
I could
great.
think was that
the best
Zuko
Sokka,
just like.
yeah,
No.
the best Sokka Zuko moment.
I'm
No, it was
never
very
happy.
good. I loved it.
I love
Love
show.
that.
Okay.
Aw.
Doll. All right. Next, Spring. Emily.
I mean, it's so hard to not like privilege the end of the session because like that last scene was killer. There was a lot of amazing things. I don't want to forget the pearl moment, the like giving the bit like at the very beginning, that was important. But I think I'm actually also going to give it to Hellfrog for an important reason, and it's subtle. But when there is a smorgasbord of stuff that your character can do, it takes a lot if your character would not do those things to stand to like kind of sit out. And I feel like you mostly were an observer for a lot of the session, Frog, because that's what your character would do. And I want to give you props for, you know, like not getting drunk and not like even I know it's like maybe not like this, not always the up to the stat challenge is the same thing, but like I don't know, I really like that Doll is mysterious and seems to be kind of an outsider that doesn't participate, but like also we got that moment with him and Syed at the very end. Like I think it really kind of brings Doll kind of into focus, like his character kind of coming together in this sort of like I'm going to be at a remove and I'm going to be protecting myself, but then I'm also really looking out for the people that I like and I have their back and I care about them, but like in a way that you can't see it, where other people can't see it. And so I really liked that like progression through the session.
Pen.
Well, the two runner-ups that were competing for the top was Scythe. Just like the gruff exterior conceals a very gooey center. Just a cute shit where she like just supports somebody, but like it's hard to tell unless you know her, you know? That's just adorable. I love every second of it. The fact that she always ends up being in a hug or a cuddle with somebody, but she's just this. She's
Robot.
just this robot. It's great. I love that. I also really liked Doll's dialogue with Scythe, because it shows that, you know, like in his own way, he's reaching out and trying to connect with the people that he's with and making sure that they're okay in the only way he knows how to. But the one that sold me was Spring enchanting her sword for her. And maybe it was her being drunk and just wanting to do a tinkery thing, but like Spring and Sylvie don't see eye to eye. But that was like, that was such a selflessly motivated thing for Spring to do, and it really did touch Sylvie. And she wants to keep it that way forever.
Aw.
So once she sobered up and realized like that was an enchantment on her sword, it wasn't as magnificent as her drunk mind made it to be, but she's still
drunken little stripe.
Yeah. So she just tucked the sword back on like her waist belt. She's like, "This is mine."
Cute.
Hellfrog.
Okay. First, it was going to be Sylvie for proselytizing to the dude that
Tried to mug us.
I was like, I cannot believe we literally have this dude's life in our hands. And she's like, have you heard the good word? That was amazing. The other runner-up was Griffix with his amazing mask with the bunny, and he was chasing it. I loved it.
Too.
Shout out to
Really good.
Shout out to Ire, who roleplays drunk really well. But of course, I have to also give my vote to Sal, because I did really like our little scene. I thought it was really nice that Scythe let herself be kind of drawn back into the stuff, even though, you know, Doll's not like an overtly boisterous or charismatic dude. It was sweet.
It was. Okay, Brinch, Griffix.
First, I want to say I'd want to take Emily's advice that like don't put too much emphasis on the thing that happened last, but all the same, Sal, with you know, your scene at the end, I'm sorry, I was impressed by it. So there you go.
Good
Don't
moment.
be sorry. Don't be sorry. I'm just saying
no,
that
no,
like,
it was very-
often
No,
I
it's
do
good
that.
advice. It's good advice. It's just the fact that nope, I'm still gonna do it.
All right, then, for the first time, we have a three-way tie. Spring, Dawn,
my
and
God.
Scythe. You each earned a point.
Yay.
Exciting.
Inspiration.
It's all inspiring.
Yay,
Well
I have
done.
an inspiration.
Well played.
I know, right? As we're like, oh,
Welcome back to Ferrum.
yeah.
And I
Art
hope,
festival.
as some of the players who are familiar with the NPCs kind of break in the players who have no idea who they are, it's very entertaining for me to watch. And I hope it's just as fun for you guys. I love running this game, and I can't wait to see you all again. And to those of you who are at home watching,
Artwork.
we love you,
Hi, Pen.
and I hope you have a good night.
Hi, fun.
Yay, 2 pens.